It's okay.
You're
I
fucking
accept these
filth.
terms.
Absolute filth. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fools and Flagons.
Hello.
Yes, greetings
Hello,
and
hello.
salutations.
A
Hello.
D&D campaign made up entirely by me, where the players do dumb things and I try to make sense of it.
And the points
make
don't
us-
matter.
Like whatever the fuck Kayla's shirt is doing right now.
Points don't matter.
What do you mean? There's
It's
spooky, scary skeletons.
boys.
She's trying to rattle our bones.
Rattle me bones! Is the music actually coming through?
Yes, yes it is.
Well, it's not coming through on the stream. Alright.
It's very dream scaly.
How dare you?
Well, it crashed earlier, and I don't think I ever reset it. So let me do
That is
real
unfortunate.
quick.
I literally feel like it's Minecraft music almost.
It is very Minecrafty. I like it.
Hey, no, it's good music.
I can kinda
It's
see
just
that.
like if I had to
Oh, there it goes.
say
Now it's
what
on
it's the
stream.
closest thing to, it'd be Minecraft.
Okay. So on top of streaming the normal D&D campaign, gonna blitz on through announcements here. We have Pez Plays on Mondays. I think we just finished up Cursed Halo, so we're about to move on to Halo 2, which we can have 4 people playing. 4. So we have at least 2 of us. We have room for 2 more. So Whiskey Wednesdays will be this coming Wednesday. I don't fully know the topics. I know we have a list of topics. I don't know what they are off the top of my head.
We haven't thrown a dart at the board yet.
Metallurgy Magic, that kind of happens whenever it happens, usually on the weekends. But we do have a calendar. Link should be down somewhere below that you can click on and check and see when our streams are happening so you can join in with us. On that note, if you haven't joined the Discord already, links are also down below for that. We play a lot more than just
How
D&D.
you doing?
What?
Sorry. If you haven't joined the Discord, what the
Oh
frick
yeah, what the fuck are you
doing?
doing?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. We're friendly people.
Join us so that we may berate you.
If we're making fun of you, it means we like you.
Yes, if we're nice to you, you're fucked.
Yeah. If you would like to see our past adventures, you can watch the VODs on our YouTube channel or listen to our podcast. We are on most major platforms such as iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean, even Pandora. The campaign happens every other Friday, and the podcast and the VOD come out the week after. So if you're watching tonight live, it will be available next Friday. Last but not least, donations are never required but always appreciated. If you would like to support us, please consider our coffee page. All proceeds from donations and memberships go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience, and it helps keep the podcast alive and well. We want to thank you for any follows and subscriptions and bits that you send us on Twitch. I do apologize that we cannot recognize them as they are happening on the stream for the sake of not interrupting the story, but your support of us is always appreciated. So, anyone else
Silently in the corner.
Thank you.
These chuckle nuts may be watching. Oh, sorry, down this way for you. They may be interacting with you via the Twitch chat when they should be paying attention. As I see, people are talking to Issa and Becca and spamming
Not me.
emotes.
Fuck them all. Literally or figuratively. Who knows?
Anything
Roll the
else
dice.
that anyone wants to say before we get started?
Hoopla.
Hoopla?
Hoopla.
Shenanigans.
Shenaniganry. All right. Well, with that being said, grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons. Zeke, I really appreciate that you always give me at least one thumbnail picture opportunity. Oh yeah, Zaan got a new
Zaan
new
branded
Tumblr.
shaker.
Yeah.
It's got Zaan on it because he's fucking amazing.
Now
Not
Zach can
biased at
shake
all.
that booty anytime he wants.
Aha, I get it.
Kill yourself.
All right. So, last we left off, daylight, glorious daylight, and
I
grass.
hate it. I also hate it.
The Tempests emerged from the treacherous tunnel they'd been traveling through for nearly half a week. Zaan and Kasumi immediately reveled in finally being out of the desert by frolicking in the grass. Brick, confused by this spectacle, tried to join in, but made a brick-shaped crater instead. Vanera followed Klemon to a nearby guard shack, while Pez looked around in mild shock at all the green. and with Klemon's help, was able to ask the guards stationed by the tunnel exit where they could hire a ship, and found that their best bet was in the Kingdom of Harpermere. The Tempests then ended up heading down the road, not bothering to ask for directions, and soon found themselves giving chase as Hambjerger took off into the forest, an odd green glint in his eyes. The party found themselves in a small clearing with what looked like an abandoned house on wheels in the middle of it. Upon Brick knocking on the door of the wagon, a nearby set of boulders rose up from the ground to reveal a large stone elemental with a pile of bones underneath it. The battle was short, and Kasumi was nearly killed with a single swing from the elemental, but Brick, upon seeing his ally and friend nearly killed by the elemental, reduced it to a pile of rubble with a rage he'd not experienced before. Cautiously, very cautiously, thanks to Brick, the party investigated the wagon home. Kasumi stayed outside and laid as still as possible, deciding to wait and do nothing until her magic was returned to her. The interior of the wagon was insanely magical, bigger on the inside than it was on the outside, with trinkets and doodads scattered everywhere. One of these magical devices is a pantry that turned into a closet, that turned into a doorway into another structure, where Zaan was confronted by a silhouetted figure asking him, "Who the hell are you?" And that is where we come back. So,
I have it in my notes.
As-
Fucking halfling.
as just a general reminder to me and my sanity, Zaan went into the pantry, Kasumi was up in the bed. Where was everyone else?
It was Ike with the club in the closet.
And Brick was
No, I'm
accused with a
pretty su-
candlestick, but it wasn't him. In the library.
Actually,
I'd
Vanera
just
and
gone
I.
downstairs.
No, Vanera. Well, weren't you still in the study with me while I was putting on the armor?
My recollection, you both were still in the library. Kasumi was sleeping. Nim was in the big room in the same kind of pantry room with
Who's Nim?
Hambjerger, who was... I'm sorry. Pez was in the same room. Was in the same room next to the map while Hambjerger tried to eat the bug that was wiggling around
the map.
still.
Right.
Yes, that one.
I thought I
And
came downstairs because I was gonna look at the things that Zaan had put on the table.
I didn't even tell you guys I did it.
Yeah, but
I
would've
think
gone
Okay.
downstairs
you
and
may
seen
have
it.
just been going downstairs.
Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, Brick is in the library. Pez is probably somewhere in the kitchen with Dinah, or trying to keep Hambjerger from eating everything. But Zaan, we are going to shift towards you as the figure in front of you, silhouetted in the doorway, asks you the question: "Who the hell are you?"
9. I will give you my name when you tell me what you are doing in the cart.
Figure stands there for a few moments. You see his head tilt slightly. "You found the cart."
Yes.
You see the hand kind of reach into the doorway a bit, because you're in mostly darkness, and
Okay, smack his hand.
no, he's nowhere near you. He's a
okay.
good like 5-10 feet away from you.
Okay.
You were kind of in a door. The doorway opened, and to your right, 5-10 feet that way, is another door, which is what he opened after hearing the little bell when you opened your door.
Okay.
He reaches around for a moment, and he seems to hit a switch of some kind, and there's a poof, poof, as lights come to life, and you see that you're in somewhat of a storage room of sorts. And standing before you is a halfling. He's
I
about
knew it.
He's about 4.5 feet tall. He's quite tall for a halfling, but what gives it away is the fact that he's not wearing shoes. His feet are quite large and very hairy. He has a very wiry, gangly sort of build, and appears to be a little bit frazzled. His hair's not super neat. He has bright orange hair atop his head, with the sides appearing to be peppered with gray. His brow is furrowed as he's just intensely looking at you and trying to figure out what the fuck, because he's never seen anything like you. His attire is sort of humble. He's got brown trousers with a matching colored vest. He's got a light blue button-down shirt underneath it. And he has some ordinary-looking glasses on. And he's just kind of looking at you and looks at the door you came through. Okay, you found the cart. And now you're here. And he seems really kind of at his wit's end.
Was I not supposed to find the cart? Or... Yes?
Well... It's been missing for hundreds of years. Just 1 second. And he turns back out and you hear him shout, "Emma! Close down the shop! You can go home for the day." And he kind of comes back in and shuts the door behind him. Where are you now? Where's the cart now?
We just got into the Nightly Kingdoms from the Untamed West, and it's in a forest right outside the cave entrance.
You see him kind of look up and think. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So Vanera, you said you were coming downstairs. Pez, you were already downstairs, correct?
Yes.
Okay, both of you make a perception check, please.
Perception. Natural fucking 20.
Natural fucking 5 for a 10.
24.
So Pez, you're distracted. You're trying to keep... It's...
Bug.
Every time Hambjerger is sitting there looking like he's going to behave and stare at the bug, you go, okay. And you start to turn and you feel that just pet owner sense of he's getting into shit. You turn around and he's like scuttling back to where he was, like, fuck. Go away. Vanera, as you come downstairs, you see Pez, of course, having trouble with Hambjerger, keeping him away from the little clockwork bug. You also see an assortment of items have been placed on the table, and you look over to where the pantry doors are, and you see that they are open, and there seems to be a flattened image of Zaan in the doorway. And you see that it goes further back. It's like a 3D image, but with Zaan just right in the doorway.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
Okay.
Can I touch it? Like, is it like a glass mirror type thing? Like, is there anything actually there?
As you go to touch it, your hand passes through with no discernible effect, and you begin to hear voices. One of them very familiar to you as Zaan's voice. And as you look through this doorway, you see that there's a bit of a short hallway, and a door is open, and you see a little fluffy tail.
Gonna go through after I get done.
Okay, so you poke him a few times, you kind of rub the face just to kind of fuck with it, and then you go inside. Immediately, upon passing through, cat, you get a whiff of salt on the air. The temperature is cooler, and there's a dull sort of crowd sound far past Zaan, who hasn't quite noticed you. He's laser focused on whoever he's speaking to.
there anything else like in this hallway besides him?
Doesn't seem to be so.
Zaan?
Huh? Jess?
Are you okay?
There is another person in the cart. People.
Is there someone else there with you too?
Hi, I will be asking the questions. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
We will ask the questions!
I'm gonna walk up
Questions?
to him.
Where are we?
Well,
No, not where the cart is. Where are...
I get
where are you?
that. It's hard to explain.
Then starts explaining.
He kind of leans over and sees you, and goes, "Hello. Is there more than just the two of you?"
I don't know. Are there more than two of us? There could be. There
Yes.
cannot be. Damn it, Vanera! What the hell? You don't know this man?
Well, first things first, introductions. I am Fern, Nectare, Herbivores, Orchideus, Figula III.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to back the fuck up for 2 seconds. Did you say Fern? Like
Fern?
F-E-R-N, Fern?
Fern, Nectare, Herbivores, Orchideus, Figula III.
Yeah, I'm not pronouncing that. What can I call you other than that?
Fern is fine.
Burn with a V or Vern with a F?
Fern. Fern.
Okay, that is much better. I am Zaan, and this behind me is... Zaan's gonna elbow Vanera.
Vanera.
Just because I don't want to have to say spell
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Thank
I was
you.
gonna ask you like 6 more times.
Percival von Mutual Kowalski to roll of the third. You have created that. Good job.
Well, if there are more of you, I would love to meet them and learn more about you. We can,
We will do so in the cart.
tricky thing about the cart. I can't go through
Why not?
that way.
Why not?
The rules behind the magic were set in stone to stop potential incursions.
What if I am holding your hand?
I
That
can
sounds
go
kinda
no
gay.
further than that door. To me, that door is a solid rock wall.
Whatever you say.
Put the magic on the cart.
It was a joint effort between myself and the previous owners, who I am going to assume are no longer with it. You didn't kill them, did you?
I make no promises I've ever killed them before, but no, there was no one in the cart.
Oh,
You all look
they've
too
been a
young
bit.
to have met them anyway, so that is unfortunate.
I am white. How do you know how old I am?
When you have been around as long as I have, you tend to be able to judge pretty well people's ages.
Fine, I will give you that one.
Wunderbar.
How long has it been?
I like how the music gets super dramatic when you ask that question.
I will have to think about it. It's been century or more, at least.
DM at this time, Brick probably has finished putting on the armor, but he's not going to completely acclimatize to it. He's just having the armor on, so it's just normal plate armor. But he's going to walk downstairs because he wanted to go outside to investigate the golem.
Okay. As you go downstairs, please make a perception check.
Make sure I'm getting my modifier right. 15.
15. You as well see Pez wrestling with Hambjerger. He's kind of scolding him like, yeah. But as you head towards the open door, you have to stop, back up a few steps. You look over at the pantry doors, and you see a flat image of Zaan and Vanera.
Does this trigger any knowledge that I would have obtained from Identify?
No.
Vanera, he also called us flat again.
Very offended. You tried really hard.
I'm gonna walk over and similar
much pizza.
to Vanera poke it.
Finger passes straight through. There's no rippling, there's no distortion.
Do we hear anything?
Make a perception check.
Perception.
Disgrace.
That is a natural one, so I don't see shit.
You are focused on the halfling in front of you.
19 plus 27.
27. You hear the heavy footfalls of your son getting closer to the pantry door.
I love your child. Trying different stats.
To me!
I see him moving like in the painting. You said it looks like a painting.
It's not a painting. If you can imagine, just walk. It looks like a normal door. The doors are open, and you see a short hallway, and you see the backs of Vanera and Zaan, but just in that space of the door frame is just a flat image of the pair of them, and you can hear Zaan calling at you, making grabby hands like you're Mjolnir.
I just walk through.
Flies through the air into my hand.
You go on through. You can't smell, can you?
Nope.
Okay, you don't smell salt, but you can definitely sense that it has gotten a little bit colder.
Father, where are we?
I'm going to be asking you some questions.
You always ask the questions.
That's a good point. We are in some place that I have not found out where it is yet.
Can you move your microphone a little closer to your face? Thank you. Not that close.
We are in some place I do not know where it is yet.
Oh god.
Ouch.
Is the halfling in my direct line of sight at this point?
Taller than
If-
all of us, of course he is.
Are you still staying in the immediate hallway, or have you gotten up behind
Halfway.
them?
Well, that's why I was asking, because there's like
They-
the hallway, and then
You are currently
Go
butted up
forward.
against Vanera, because Zaan is in the doorway with Vanera behind him, and then, like,
Hi.
straight right is where they are looking. So, no, you cannot see this man.
Okay, so seeing them looking in a direction, can I scoot past Vanera and poke my head around the corner?
You're tall enough. You don't have to scoot. You can just kind of lean.
Just lean over. Hello.
Oh! That's new.
So are you?
I'm kind of old, actually.
If you're technically
I'm kind
You're not a
really
god,
old.
are you?
No. Not at all.
Good. Heard of gods.
I keep that opinion down low a little bit when you're around here.
Where it's here.
Yes, where is here? You still not answered my question.
Ah, right. Apologies, scatterbrained. You are in the lovely Kingdom of Harpermere.
Well, we know that. For obvious. Oh, wait, you mean the actual city of Harpermere?
Yes,
Well, that was quick.
you are in the upper ring of Harpermere right now. Sounds like it's your first time, so welcome. Sad to say,
Yeah,
you can't exactly go and explore the city, but you are, in a cosmic sort of way, here.
So, why can't we go explore the city again?
Well, the same way that the door you three are poking your little heads out of, hello. As that is a brick wall to me, if you were to try and walk past the premises of my shop, you would likewise hit a stone wall of sorts. You are not technically here.
RV.
Wave my hand in front of my face. Does it look weird?
No, you just John Cena.
Like, it doesn't look ethereal or anything.
No.
John Cena.
That is unfortunate. So, backing up. Who made the cart? How did it get there? And why is it there?
Actually,
I can
Oh,
answer the
nine?
first one. The other two, I don't know. Wasn't there.
Father, do you
What?
feel safe here?
Please, if there are more of you, please come in, sit down, eat,
Rick.
drink.
Go get Pez and Hambjerger. Don't forget Hambjerger. We can't leave him alone and down unsupervised.
I'll send them in. I'm gonna go investigate the golem, and I'll pop out.
Okay.
The cart was made by Fern and whom else?
He hasn't said yet.
So the cart was made by you and who else?
It was a lovely couple. Supposedly passed on centuries now. And he seems to pause in thought. Oof. I am forgetting their names. It has been so long.
I'm offended.
Give us a moment to think. And he kind of sits there for a moment. Brick, as you go out of the pantry, you look back, and their two images are still floating there. Were you gonna?
Yeah, I'll look over. Bez,
What?
found a portal. Zaan wants you.
You found a what?
Portal. And I'll point to the doorway. I'm gonna go investigate the thing, and I'll walk out the door.
Did I get fine? Okay.
For reference, DM, I'm going out, and because I forgot about the skeletons, I'm gonna check the golem to see if it is, because Brick would know golems don't usually naturally occur. Elementals, yes, golems no. So he's gonna check to see if it's naturally occurring rampant magic, or if this was like, if he can find arcane symbols that show somebody made this and put it here. And he's also gonna check the skeletons.
Okay. Pez, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna first find Kasumi, because I don't know where she is.
She's upstairs in the bedroom.
Oh,
Remember?
that's right. You know what? Hambjerger, how about this? You go find Kasumi, cuddle up with her, keep her safe, protect her with your life, and I'll go see what this porthole is.
And Hambjerger just like skitters up the stairs, wings out, just.
Is Hambjerger in a constant state of like
Hambjerger?
ninja running?
Only when moving. Like
Yo!
you know when a chicken is really pissed off and just hauling ass? That.
Yes. Just had one do that earlier.
Yes,
I'm
it's
just
that.
I got
But
up to her and she crouched down like, oh my god.
yeah.
I'm just imagining as Pez run. Sorry, not as a Hambjerger runs by, you just hear, "We are fighting dreamers." Da 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 da. Which, for those of you who don't know, is the Naruto theme song. Moving on.
Fighting Hamburger.
Brick goes to investigate the elemental and just explodes. I don't know what happened. So Pez,
Anyway.
you go in as well?
How? Y'all are 2D.
But as you lean past them, you can see them in 3 dimensions past another doorway.
Whoa. What kind of grass did I eat? I go through.
Okay.
Do I hear him?
Make a perception check since you rolled a natural 1 last time.
Perception! Disgrace! Do I see 10? Yes, through the gates. 10.
10? Oh, okay. You don't notice Pez until he's right behind you.
Hi, how are ya?
Oh. When did you get here?
I've been here all the time.
He's a liar and
No.
a traitor.
I'm not.
I mean, you wouldn't know. Where is here anyway?
I just sent Brick to go get you, and we are apparently in Harpermere.
That's 1, 2. This will be a while. 3, 4.
Well, he'll be at that for a while. So, would you... So, why is there a portal here?
Well,
In
he's
the
still thinking for a
pods.
moment, and then he finally snaps his finger and goes, "Ah! Yes. I do believe it was, Ja and Kelpie were the names."
My
I do hate
the
myself
names-
for not remembering that so sooner. But years do strange things to the mind.
Where are you from?
Here, in Harpermere.
Bless you. So, backtracking. So, why is there a portal here from Zakat?
Well, it was part of the agreement they had with the kingdom at the time. They would travel and collect materials, and then we would, they would bring them back to me to sell.
But well, that seems quite profitable.
Very lucrative, yes.
But Zakat has been there for a long time. It is very smelly. The other rooms are very smelly.
Well, if you were sitting around for hundreds of years, you would be smelly too.
No, I'd be dead. But that's besides the point.
That
We're
is
over
exactly
12
the point.
miles away. Wait, hold on.
He kind
I
of
think I might have missed a 0.
passed to see the little scaly man. You are welcome to come further in than just the door.
I'll go.
I'll let Vanera walk right past.
Veneer just straight on past you, and he kind
So
of.
what's your shop?
Well, it is known as the Magic Bean Cafe. During the mornings, we serve breakfast pastries, coffees, teas, and to most any other part of the day, what is the word I am looking for? I am an employer. There are materials I need to facilitate my business, and I pay very well to those who are able to retrieve them for me.
Is it coffee beans?
No, those are quite easy to come by. This is more, creature pots, plants from faraway lands where I am incapable of traveling alone. Many adventuring parties see me on the regular.
So you're kind of like a bounty delivery hander-outer person, right?
This is a very crude way of saying it, but yes.
It would be very akin to something like an adventure guild. But minus the
More or
guild
less,
cards.
but judging by our scaly friend here, he is not incorrect. This is somewhat similar to bounty boards of the Untamed West, give or take.
Have you been there?
Oh, it has been many years, but once or twice.
You said you employ many groups to deliver the goods that you're looking for here
Oh,
for you to
and-
sell?
Anyone that is able to, and he kind of like turns and gestures sort of to like back and to his left. He's kind of gesturing at a wall. I have a bounty board outside. Anyone and everyone is welcome to come and take a look if there's something that they feel they are able to go and collect. Upon successful retrieval, they bring it back to me, I pay them, and I make things.
If we can't leave your cafe, though, how can we
I'm going to
see
check the
board?
bounty board.
I'd try to walk out and slam my face into the wall, not knowing that I can't leave.
because
Well-
that wasn't part of that conversation.
You don't immediately slam into a wall. You shuffle past Fern, who kind of goes, "Oh, okay, well, it's just go through there, hang a right, and then your first left, go all the way down and out the door. It'll be on your left, and just don't try to go past the fence." Okay. And he kind of turns back to you, the other two of you. Excuse me, my laundry's done. Sorry, what did you say? Your friend distracted me a little.
Well, if you're trying to figure out, well, you answered the questions, what you do here.
Sorry,
Yes.
and Vanera, you came through a little bit before Pez. As you walk out the door, you see there is another door to your left that is shut, and the door that he's standing in seems to lead to another room of some sort.
Very cozy.
And then Pez just shoves past you, following his directions.
Rude. Excuse
Pardon
you.
me. You're excused.
He does not know his manners.
Some
So,
pastries.
Yes. Well, please come with me. Your large friend, is he coming? No?
probably not. He's hell-bent on something else, I guess.
He's going through a midlife crisis at the moment.
I'm not sure he's old enough to be midlife, but he's going through a crisis.
Mid-metal moment.
Okay.
No.
Kasumi, you may possibly wake up as you hear scratching at your door.
Okay. So it's at like the door, so I'm laying in bed.
Yeah, they shut the door and Hambjerger can't do doors so good. So he's doing the cat thing.
There's no doggy door.
No.
She sits up very groggily and kind of contemplates on if
Life.
it's worth it or not, and life.
Hambjerger
But she-
is dedicated to what Pez said, and it is just just
Mage hand.
She is gonna mage hand open the door.
You don't have your magic yet.
Oh, it's not time yet. She's gonna try, and then when it doesn't work, she's gonna like.
No
curse
one else
under
is
her
able to
breath.
see it, but she is spluted out in just a little pause, like.
All right, and then she's gonna very slowly take her time to get up to the door and just crack it.
Yep. You crack it open, and like the eager quasi dog that Hambjerger is, it's just immediate snoot in the crack. It's just.
Hi. What do you want, Hambjerger? Grunt. Okay, cool. Where's everyone else?
You don't really see it because you just see his like snoot in the door, but you can kind of hear his butt just kind of plop down on the ground.
You're very helpful, aren't you?
See the mouth open.
She's gonna open the door all the way and just sit there with her hands on her hips and just look down. We'll go on with it.
He sort of stares up at you, just kind of like his little tail feathers are kind of flicking. He looks down the stairway, looks back up at you.
All right, let's go look around since I'm awake now.
He kind of
And
gets
she's
up
gonna-
and is like at your side. He's doing what he was told. He's protecting Kasumi.
She's gonna take her sweet time going down those stairs.
Old lady walk down them.
Yeah.
Hambjerger
Hey,
was
hand on back.
Hambjerger was so excited that you were moving. He ran down the stairs, realized you weren't there, turned around, saw you taking your time, and just sat down, just watches you.
It's okay.
Fat.
he plump.
Dumb.
He's
The big chungus.
He's had a lot to eat. So as you come back down the stairs to the next part, he, of course, sprints down the next set, turns, sits, and just stares and waits patiently with as much energy as possible. He hurries up and waits. As you come down the stairs, you are able to see straight across the kitchen to the pantry doors. And as with the others, you see a flat cutout of sorts of Zaan, Pez, and Vanera. And behind that, you see a short hallway with a door that is mostly open. You see that there's light coming through, and there's crates and sacks of different sizes and kinds. The front door to the wagon is still open, but you don't see anything of Brick.
She's gonna just kind of look around and very, like, not super loud, but like, guys, where'd you go?
Did I hear it?
Hello?
Anyone that wants to make a perception check can make a perception check, except for Pez. He's too far away.
I could use my radar dishes.
And as they are rolling, Pez, you follow the instructions. There is a door, and you open it, and you see outside is a really lovely kind of garden. The grass seems well kept, well trimmed, and you see immediately to your right this huge stone wall that just seems to go as far as your eyes can see and curves around. There's giant houses in front of you. There's more to your left, and you see that there's a little white picket fence behind some hedges. And per his instructions, you look to your left, and there is a wooden bounty board. And on that board, you see, you're used to seeing wanted posters and help ads and that sort of thing. This is all asking for specific creatures and parts of creatures and plants and other sort of ingredients that can be found out and about throughout the world of Archeron.
Is there like a little tag that I can rip off, like 1-800? Yeah.
1-800 yank me.
Nope. No tags, but it appears that you would just take the whole thing.
What is the most interesting creature part?
Cobalt tail.
Make an investigation check. Oh.
Son pulls up the
could
sword.
you?
Well,
As
time to go.
Now, as he's doing that,
It's
what
just
did
your
everyone roll for Kasumi perception?
11.
I rolled a
22.
19.
Zaan, what'd you get?
I rolled a 19. Well, 11 plus 8, 19.
A 19? Brick and Zaan, you would hear her calling out. Vanera,
Outside.
you're currently busy in the back hallway, and you're just kind of looking at his stuff. There's like little chairs and like side tables. It's very, very cozy.
Does he have cream puffs? Because I'm all over them.
This appears to just be a hallway that you're currently in. But I will say with your perception roll, you kind of sniff and look to your left, and you kind of see cooking utensils. And like countertops and knives and skillets and things of that sort. And you go, food is that way.
Ba-boop-beep.
So,
Not Kasumi finds the heart of a broom thing.
and you would also,
I'm outside.
and you would hear Brick yelling from outside, and you would hear Zaan yelling from in front of you. Someone has split the party.
What's going on? She's gonna see if she can go up to a window and see where Brooke is.
Yeah, you can go up to one of the front window or one of the windows beside the doorway, and it's a bit grimy, and you think about wiping it, but your kimono is really nice. So you take the time to just walk those extra few steps towards the open door, and you see Brick is striding towards the rubble that was the golem that you fought.
What you doing, Brick?
Investigating.
That thing's not gonna come back to life, is it?
If it does, I'm gonna stab it again.
Because I wouldn't be much help against that thing. Where's everyone else? I heard Zaan. I just don't see him. I see a painting.
It's
cut
a
out.
portal.
It's a portal?
Yep. They found a halfling man.
Can we come back through the portal?
I did.
I guess I'm gonna go check that out. Don't die.
Can I die?
I don't know, but you probably shouldn't roll the dice there. I'm gonna go take a look. I'm gonna go look at that portal thing.
And the DM has a title for the video.
So she's gonna turn around and just kind of cautiously walk up to that hallway, and she grabs the tail, like debating on using that for a second. She's no. She's just gonna like close her eyes and stick her hands through it.
Better to lose a hand than lose the tail.
Yes. Priorities.
You feel a very slight temperature change as your hand passes over the doorway.
Okay. Just wiggle her hand around a little bit, like in the portal.
Doesn't really feel like much. There's no distortion. There's no shimmering. Even as your hand passes through their faces, there's no change, but your hand occupies the space.
All of a sudden, Zaan licks her hand.
And she's just gonna take a deep breath and just rush through it.
Okay, so platform 9 3/4, got it.
Please don't run over me.
Pez, what did you roll for your investigation?
Yeah, Van.
A 7. There's a lot of things there that you've never seen the names of before, so you don't know what the hell they are. But you do see one that says harpy gizzards. You're like, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just take it? Okay. Are you going to continue looking at the board? Are you going to go back inside?
I want to look one more time.
Okay, make another perception check.
Yes, please be good.
Fine.
No.
Ooh, it was better. 21.
21. You take a minute to look at it, and then you look back up at the board, and you just kind of look around and you go, oh no. You kind of reach up for one, you take it off. You see it's a poster asking for a Medusa eye.
Oh.
You
I have.
kind of potentially consider putting that one back.
Yeah. Not touching that.
Okay. So Kasumi, you rush on in. Vanera, you find yourself in what appears to be a food preparation area. It smells...
Preparation H?
No, this is not butt stuff. This is like, you see that there are trays and platters that have saucers and teacups that are turned upside down with little teapots on them. You see another one has what looks like some partially finished food that was maybe brought back inside. Immediately to your right, you see what looks to be the kitchen. You can kind of feel the heat coming from there. To your left, looks sort of like the larder that you would see from like Bilbo's home. There's just shelves of meat, cheeses, vegetables stored everywhere, jars, boxes. It's very much a pantry. In front of you, you do see another door, but it is currently closed. Kasumi, you rush on inside, and you just go straight through the next doorway?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you rush through the doorway. The familiar scent of salt in the air reaches your nose, very kind of seaside kind of smell. And as you come skidding through, you see the back of the halfling. He's got kind of gray peppered in the back and sides of his hair, and it's all bright orange on top. And he seems about to go through when he turns and sees you and goes, "Oh, there's more. Well, welcome. Come. We'll get you something. And he kind of looks at you for a second. And he adjusts his glasses to look at you. Like, you seem familiar.
Assuming.
What do you mean?
He's kind of leaning around, kind of like looking.
Can I have your number?
Looking behind you, and he goes, "You are the Byakko, yes? You would recognize. He's speaking to you in Takatari. He says, the white fox."
I am a white fox, yes.
Ready for lore. Ready for lore.
He kind of furrows his brow as he looks at you. There's only one Byakko. Well, either way, please, come in. I can make you tea.
You have tea.
I have many teas.
What did he call you? Did he insult you?
Huh?
No, wait. You said Vitox.
He called me a fox.
You would not have heard white fox. I was
No,
translating.
Kasumi said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kasumi said,
Kasumi.
I am a white fox.
Right.
He called me a fox.
I
He's
paid
very
attention.
observant.
Yes, but he said some things that didn't sound like white fox first.
It's my language. It's fox and my language. That's what it is.
Sure it is.
He has tea. I would love some tea. Had a rough day.
Very good, very good. Please come inside. Come. And he kind of looks and notices that Vanera's gone, and he kind of walks into the hallway, beckoning for Kasumi to follow after him, and he peers around. Pez, are you staying outside if you come back in?
I'm gonna black myself back in.
Okay. As you come back down the hallway, there is a door to your right. The door appears to be shut. You keep on going back to the hallway that you were in before, and you see Fern is kind of glancing around, and he's kind of walking out to his left and goes, there. Your other friends are here, Vanera, and you said your name was Zaan? Yes, he's looking at you. Zaan.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my name. Nobody's going to come in here, are they?
No. I have asked Emma to close down the cafe. This is of mighty import to me, so I do not want interruptions.
And you're not at least worried in the least that I'm from Rokazine?
Should I be?
Has my people been pillaging still, or did they stop?
No, they still perform regular raids, of course.
Oh, that's good to hear. Okay, no, never mind. I'm good. Let's go.
Okay. Very well.
All right.
And he kind of looks back to you, Kasumi, and goes, apologies. Fern, Nectaria, Herbivores, Orchideus, Figula the Third. Pleasure
I
to
just
meet
called
you.
him Fern.
Fern is perfectly fine.
Quite a name you have there.
I do quite enjoy it. It's a good name. Should I continue to
There is
call
a name.
you Byakko, or
Yeah.
that is what your legend is, of course?
My name is Kasumi.
Oh, that is a lovely name.
How do you spell that, by the way?
Spell
Uh,
what?
He's calling Kasumi in her own language.
Oh, you have no idea how to spell that.
Oh, I'm
Spell
gonna
it
write
out.
it down and figure it the fuck out.
Spell it out.
Yeah, that is characters that you have seen but have no knowledge of.
You assume that I
Blah,
can
blah,
write
blah,
them.
blah. Got it.
Close enough.
Blah, 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 blah.
Just draw a couple
Better
buttons, you'll
hope.
be fine.
Bro, better hope I fucking remember how to pronounce that shit.
Oh, did Hambjerger follow me into the portal, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He is at your side,
on my robe tails.
pretty much. If they were any longer, he'd probably be riding them, just sliding.
Well, I could definitely use some tea.
Of course.
Have I seen Kasumi yet?
Well, as Fern comes into where you are, he goes, "Oh, please make yourself comfortable. If there's anything you would like, help yourself. Anyone else for tea? Just the madam? Two?
I do not drink tea.
You're missing out.
Mead?
I think I might want to be sober for this.
Later then, yes.
Do you have any dirt juice, or what people call it, coffee?
Of course.
Thank God. I thought you
Of course, of course, of course.
Mud.
2 teas, coffee. Did you wish to wait for your metal friend?
No, it's fine.
He was talking to, or not talking, looking, observing that golem thing. I told him not to die.
Oh yes, he would definitely be able to stop that from happening.
I
Actually,
definitely wouldn't.
that kind of brings up a very important question. There was like another brick, only it was made out of stone. A big giant like stone monster, humanoid-looking thing. It attacked us right outside this here. Well, I mean, I guess we ain't in here. This here trolley
Cart.
thing, cart. But would you happen to know what that there stone monster thing was?
He's already busying himself prepping the drinks, but he stops and looks back at you and he thinks, and judging by your vague description, sounds sort of like a golem of sorts. Those two were quite accomplished in their fields. Would not surprise me that they set something up to defend themselves when they set their home down for the evening or some such. I do not really know.
Those two. Who were these two? Like, what do they do in life?
Oh, they were
They
some
still
of the most
around?
accomplished members of the kingdom. They sent out on many excursions to bring back highly sought after materials. They were emissaries to the other realms. They were very well respected. It was sad to have lost contact with them so many years ago.
And they're from the Nightly Kingdoms. They can't be that amazing.
Well, it is not really for me to say, but
Say what?
let me make the
I mean,
tea. And he
I mean,
sort of
it's
ignores
gonna
the
be like
question and starts busying himself.
so this is gonna be one of those conversations.
As he is busying himself with making the tea, Brick, you go and investigate. Which do you want to look at first? The golem or the bones?
Golem.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Or Arcana. I'll let you decide.
Not bad. Dirty 20. Arcana.
Dirty 20. All right. It doesn't take you very long to see that there are runes and symbols engraved in the stones. It's definitely arcane in nature and not organic. This was very likely something that was crafted.
Can I surmise from the runic array if this was a creation for attack or defense? Like, was it leaning one way or the other, or was it just a general creation?
Having fought it yourself, it seems to be a happy medium. Just its sheer size and bulk was enough of a defense normally, and you saw what it was capable of with Kasumi. And you, thinking back on it, you remember even as you were about to start fighting it, it already seemed to have sustained some damage.
Looking at the bones, do they match? Would they match the species of Tiefling and Dragonborn?
Make a medicine check. Well, actually, no. You go and you look at the bones. These were the bones of a large creature.
Oh.
So if you want to
Okay.
identify it, then you would make
Yeah.
a medicine check.
I'll try and identify it. Gonna be a straight roll. My medicine's +0. Natural 20.
Natural 20. It takes you a little bit of time. You have to pick through, judging by the crater that was there, either whatever it was fighting or just over the time of it sitting there, supposedly inactive. A lot of the bones had been pulverized, but you do see a few remnants of large ribcage bones, large rib bones, and very, very big teeth. Would be very easy to surmise that this was a carnivore, a large carnivore of some type.
Could I tell if it was like bipedal, like maybe a troll or an ogre, or if it was more beast-like?
It's very difficult to tell. There do seem to be a lot of vertebra, which would indicate at least a tail of some sort. But with the way that it had fallen on whatever it is, you can see sort of the tail bones. If you really dig through the grass and you dig a few inches down, you can find some there. But whatever would have like solidly identified what it was precisely was mushed and just dust by the weight of that golem being on top of it.
I don't want to spend too much time because I want to get back to the group. But can I do a quick investigation of the area around the cart and the golem and see if I can find any more remains?
Make a survival check.
Survival is... Where's my survival? There it is. Also +0. Let's see how this goes. 17?
17. You look around the area and you notice that there's quite a few trees that have long since been knocked down and rotted away. And you can kind of put together that there was a fight that happened here. You look back at the wagon and you can see where the yoke for whatever beast had been pulling it is splintered and gone. Trees knocked down here and there, but whatever may have been around is long gone at this point. Even the golem itself has a significant amount of moss growing on it.
Okay. Trying to think if there's anything I missed. I guess I'll start walking back toward the cart and rejoin.
Okay. As you walk up to that pantry doorway, you now see flattened images of the rest of your party. Kasumi, Pez, Hambjerger, Vanera, Zaan. They're all spaced out kind of normally.
So, it's not like a picture of seeing what's happening on the other side. It's just it's like little, not stick figures, but like just showing who's on the other side.
Correct. When you walk up to the pantry, depth is physically there. Like you can see that there is a space to walk into. It's just in that just etherealness of that doorway. It's just images are there.
Interesting. So it's like a tally. Okay. Taking note of that, I walk through.
Okay.
I'm back.
You all hear as Brick walks into the storage room that is now empty. The rest of you are in the food prep area.
Welcome back.
I walk through So, what's the story with this place?
You hear from the side room where the kitchen would be. There's clattering as he's preparing the tea and coffee and getting mugs and teacups prepared. And he calls out, "This would be the Magic Bean Cafe."
Yeah, apparently.
Right.
Yeah, we're apparently in some cafe in Harpermere, from what we can surmise. And this is Fern, who is making tea and some coffee for Pez.
Well, couldn't figure out if the golem was against or defending previous owners of that cart, but whatever it was fighting and whatever took out those two was a big fight. And whatever the golem was fighting at the end, it's a fairly big carnivore.
That sucks, but hey, finders keepers.
As you say that, Fern comes out and he has a tray with 2 teacups and a ceramic mug. And has steam coming off of it. And he goes, has heard all this happening, and speaking of, what is the state of the home? Is it completely destroyed? Moderately okay?
Yeah, it's going to need a lot of repairs. I am going to be very busy.
Mostly intact. It's going to take a little bit. Magic's held up well. Also, however your friends died. Looks like they went down swinging.
He kind of gets a sorrowful look passes over his face, and he kind of shrugs, and they were very good at what they did. Well, either way, and he kind of walks to the door that had been closed before, and he shoulders it open, and he stands there to the side. Please, come in.
Is he just saying to all of us or Brick?
All of you.
Oh, okay.
Walk in.
Yes, we'll go.
So you walk into the door past him, and you see you were in a large circular room. There is a decently sized window immediately to your right, and it looks out into the front garden area. And out front, you can see there's hedges with a white picket fence around the outside, and there are tables and chairs out front. There are swirling designs of gravel that seem to lead to where the tables and chairs sit, with trees with their limbs reaching over that give the different eating areas shade. It's a very, very beautiful garden. But as you all enter into the main circular room, he lets the door swing behind him, and he goes up to a table, sets the tray down, and then motions for all of you to have a seat.
Is there any memorabilia or decor that looks familiar to where I'm from?
Make a perception check.
Okay. D&D Beyond wants to not go really slow.
D&D Beyond.
Perception. Natural 20.
Okay, Eagle Eyes. You look around the room, and it's all... hold on. Sorry, had to find my place. The dining room that you're in has vines and moss that cling to the ceiling and the wall. There's little flower beds next to the window. There's enough light coming in that it seems that they're able to survive. It seems a weird reflection of the outside area. There's no real easily recognizable memorabilia hanging from the walls, but you do notice that at least one of the teacups has a relatively familiar floral pattern to it. There's one that's a little bit more plain, and there's one that makes you think, I want that one.
Yeah. She's gonna take that and analyze it a little bit. And just kinda like start looking at it. It's a beautiful cup.
Well, it was a gift. Figured it was appropriate for the Byakko.
Don't use that name again.
So that brings up a question. Not very many people refer to me with that title. Where are you from?
I'm from here in Harpermere.
Okay. And how did you hear this title?
Well, whispers, rumors, visiting emissaries. Haven't met your current shogun, but one of the previous ones was quite fond of you. Thought you were, oh, how did he put it? Amusing. I believe you took something from one of his political rivals that really got his knickers in a twist.
You store stuff like I do.
You don't happen to remember his name, do you?
The political rival? No, he was not fond of that one. Could not suffer his name.
Well, that's just interesting.
DM, whatever probably the most flamboyant, colorful, or intricate item, Brick zeroes in on that and goes towards it.
There is a flower by the windowsill that's yellow. There's one beside it that's pink. It's very pretty.
Super flamboyant.
And if you go up to the window and you can see outside that there's just a garden of gorgeous flowers outside.
Oh, I thought you said they had memorabilia, like all...
There is no memorabilia inside
Oh.
it. The walls are just covered with vines and moss. It feels like you're in an enclosed garden. It's weird. There's green everywhere.
Oh. Never mind. I thought there was memorabilia on the wall, like a shenanigans.
No, just flowers.
Okay.
Are there any
That is-
pictures on the wall?
Sorry?
Are there any pictures on the wall?
Not in this particular room, no.
Okay.
I did forget to mention that above in the ceiling is a skylight. That is what's providing all the light for the plants to grow in here.
So, Kasumi, you will have to tell us about your thieving endeavors later. Especially later. I want to hear about those ones. So why do you really want to talk to us? Obviously, we found your cart, but other than that, or not your cart, whoever's cart it was, now it's ours. Why do you care?
They were great friends of mine. Very, very, very good friends. I just merely hoped to learn more of what occurred to them at that time. But I suppose now if you're in possession of the cart, perhaps we could reach a new agreement. Perhaps. Especially if you consider taking over it.
Oh, well, this is ours now. Find us keepers, like I said.
Oh, I mean, like, you said that we might have to go across water. I don't think it'll be possible to go across water in a giant cart. Plus, we also have to find something to pull it. What the hell was that? There's a ghost in here.
Well, it did not stop them before. It is on wheels. You could technically get it onto a ship. They have cranes to lift and move.
That just brings up a strong argument.
They are one of the ones that brought me back some of the, he gestures to you, Kasumi, what you are drinking out of.
Are they like treasure hunters or adventurers? Like, what were they?
He kind of leans back in the chair and he goes, oh, apologies, and he slides the cup of coffee towards you. Sir Metal, what are you? Speaking of,
Pez.
apologies, he looks at Pez. I do not believe we were introduced. I am, God, even I can't remember his fucking name. It's so fucking long.
Fern. His name's Fern.
Fern Nectere Herbiforus Orchideus Figulus III. You may call me Fern.
Okay, I'm gonna call you that because it was in one ear hole out the other. My name is Pez Marigold. I don't know if you're familiar with Marigold Farms, where the meat bites back, but probably not.
Cannot say that I do, but
Marigold Farms. Oh, me.
we have
the meats.
And you, sir? He points at you, Brick. Would you like any sustenance?
No.
Might I have your name?
Brick.
Well, good to meet you.
Yes, super talkative today.
Well, sorry, I got distracted. What was the question?
I think that you said that we could reach, what is it called? Cord?
Ah, yes. So, I will need to speak to Otis and perhaps the king, but we must come to, if you are to take over the cart, we will need to come to a new agreement, a deal of sorts that would allow you to continue having this quasi-access at any point to the kingdom. There were rules set up before between Jacques Kelpie and myself.
You do realize the gobs that I'm wearing, right? We don't do various rules.
Well, okay, pay no attention to him. I'm the leader of this here group. May not seem that way because I'm the shortest, but we here, the Tempests, that's who our group is called. We would be honored to take over this here. I'm not going to say burden, but it's a synonym to burden.
Contract.
Contract. There you go. Words are hard when I have dirt juice in me.
He kind of gives you a look, Vanera, and just grins.
But yeah, I'm vibrating constantly. This is oh gosh, shit. Actually, Brick, try this.
No.
But
Also, I am confused as well. Why would we not just take the cart?
yes. Well, see, the thing is that he assumes that we can't take the cart.
He's not saying that we can't take the cart. He's saying the access to Harpermere from the cart has to be
He kind of looks at you and
in a contract.
He looks at you and goes, "You sure you're not the leader? You're so smart."
There is no leader.
Oh, there's
Silence.
leader.
You
He
see,
points at Hambjerger.
I cannot
I just
at this
slowly
moment.
put a hand over his mouth.
I, at this moment, am incapable of stopping you from taking the cart. From what your friend here, and he gestures at Zaan, told me, you are somewhere near the border to the Knightly Kingdoms and the Untamed West. That is quite a ways away. And seeing as I may not pass through the barrier to the home, and you may not leave the confines of my establishment, currently I cannot stop you. The best that I could do is attempt to strike up a new agreement with the Archwizard and King Damien. And if we cannot reach said agreement, then the portal will be closed forever. You will still have your cart, but you will not have the quasi-access you are currently enjoying now.
Sorry, I got really distracted because the outside lights, Ian, are blinking.
Oh, mine are? Yeah, I don't know what's happening. They're supposed to be white. It might have borked them a little bit when the tree fell onto them.
They're They're alive.
I can't do that, Hal.
I'm sorry.
Possessed.
So if we get the cart and we also have access to this
I just
here.
want to point out, you're actually just. I still have my hand over your mouth.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Well, are you gonna keep your hand there, you asshole?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rick, let him talk. Don't be a jerk.
As I was saying, if we have access to this here lovely shop, like what's honestly the real draw that we would want to keep this here portal? And is it like the monetary value of the stuff that you need for your confections, I should say?
Well, the cart's predecessors, what they would do is they would, for the most part, pop in every now and then if they needed anything, let me know if they were low on supplies. I could facilitate being the middleman to get them what they needed. If they came across anything of import or interest that they wished to sell, I would be their broker for a fee, of course. I was generally their supplier.
We do technically already have one.
That one doesn't have access to this realm.
He does not.
Well, that actually brings up a good question. See, okay, we have okay, hear me out. We have access. You listening? We have access to a person called the Traveler. Apparently, he's also is he called the Traveler? No, the Merchant. He's called the Merchant, and he is a god, known as Coyote. Oh, Coyote, and he has a lot of magical items, a lot of them kind of expensive. He had a jar of fireflies. Oh my god, I wanted to eat them, but I couldn't. I couldn't get the jar open. Anyway, I'm rambling. Could you acquire magical items and weaponry and cool things for us to use, sir?
He waits through all of this and just is grinning. And he goes, yes.
All right, I'm sold.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
So this magical contract, would it have the ability to specify who is allowed through the portal?
Technically, no, as you can see for yourselves that you were not part of that agreement, and yet here you are.
Okay, because that is my concern. Is we have some very important places to go, and we might run into some trouble. And if we bring the house with us, if they were to come into the house somehow, they could potentially come through this portal.
Well, two things to address your concerns. One being, if memory serves, that particular doorway has a mechanism to change what appears when it is opened. So that is step one in protection. Step two, you know what? Come with me. And he stands up and he gestures at you, Kasumi.
She looks around. She's like,
If you get up, I'm getting up too.
It'll be perfectly okay. You can bring your drink. It is fine.
Hamburger stick with her.
Okay.
I'm gonna
She's,
stick right here.
clutching her tea, and she's just gonna very slowly follow him.
Okay.
Because
He
there's
leads
your
you.
shadow.
He leads you both three to an open entryway that leads to a very square room. It's again covered in. You see, there are a few small trees, and they reach kind of out into the middle of the room. There are some leftover coats and hats hanging from them. As you enter the room, the branches seem to kind of move to avoid you. And he just walks right past them and to the right and leads you out a large circular doorway. And do you continue following?
Yes, very cautiously.
Okay. You exit through the front door, and you were able to see his front garden in all of its splendor. It is beautifully green. There are flowers, like 100 different types of flowers. On the ground are these swirling patterns of stones that their centers are where the tables and chairs sit. And he walks past all of these towards a little white gate at the front where the hedges stop. And he stops in front of it, and he puts his hand over the fence, kind of waves it around and goes, "You try."
Try what? Just to wave my hand around?
Mm-hmm. Try to do what I just did. And through a stone wall.
Why'd you have me do that?
That is a secondary caution. You 5 are not technically here. You are. Everyone can see you, and he gestures again. His hand goes out past the fence, and you had been a little bit focused on him, and there was so much greenery. It was kind of covering it all. But you see that there is a sprawling cityscape. The area that you're in, there are massive, tall buildings. They look like gigantic homes, and directly down the road to your left seems to be a castle. And if you look to your right, there's a large, like huge stone wall that goes as far as you can see to the right and all the way to the left. And right about where the cafe is situated seems to be a gatehouse between, or that would let you through this wall. You may not go past my premises. Your physical body is still technically in your home. So apart from someone coming through and spreading information by mouth, there's not much they can do. And they would have to get through me.
Well,
and his smile is no longer very kind.
Okay, that was my concern, because...
An understandable one.
We don't know you and your abilities, and we just would hate to have someone unruly come in your nice little cafe.
DM?
Something tells me he might already be here. But, yes.
Just as I glance over his person, do I see a component pouch, a wand, a staff, a rod, any sort of spellcasting focus or component pouch?
Make an investigation check.
Yes, do you see his rod?
11.
11. Doesn't look like it. It looks like he's just wearing everyday clothing.
No weapon?
Nope, not that you can see.
Okay.
At work.
Well, that is good to know. Because like I said, you don't know us. We don't know you. And we unfortunately have a reputation of getting into some tussles now and then. So we just want to make sure that's understood.
Oh wait, if we're not technically here right now, could I kill you?
Why would you ask such a thing?
I would not advise against attempting it, but technically, yes.
Huh. We're not technically here, but we could kill each other.
Zaan sticks his head out the door. Did somebody say kill?
He just presses his face up against the window. Kill?
Go back to your tea, father.
Drink the tea!
I don't know if we should be testing that theory very much. We can go back to the group now.
Of course. And he gestures for the three of you. Hambjerger is running around trying to catch bugs.
As we walk by, can I see the job board out here?
No, you were in. You see that though the hedges and all stop, there is more green that goes along the little like hill. Like the rooms that you had been in, you can't see them. This seems to be just like a hill of dirt and grass in the middle of a stone
Hobbit
city.
hole.
A hobbit hole in the middle of a stone city. You do see a few windows poking out here and there, but most of the structure appears to be underground. Or under the dirt, I guess. Also, you weren't here to see the job board, or hear about the job board. You were out front when...
No, that's why I was asking if I just saw it.
No, you wouldn't see it from this particular angle.
Okay. As we walk back in, well, what do we think?
I mean, it's good to know that he understands that we're adventurers, and if someone were to try to get into this area, he's aware that that could happen.
Oh, I'm not worried about him. I'm just asking, do we want to keep the portal open or not?
I mean, I can't leave the area to do anything, so I don't see why not.
I say yes. Hambjerger also says yes, but you can't hear him. I can hear him. But it would be good to have an inside man, just to like see what's going on in the rest parts of the world, like the other parts the part that we're in.
Honestly, Father, I thought you'd be against it, considering we have to make a deal with their government.
You don't actually see this, but Zaan's fingers are like dug into the table this whole time. I still want to know the what's the word? The conditions for this.
Well, unfortunately, while I am the intermediary, that would be more up to the ruling bodies between Otis and the king, more likely than not.
I mean, we are going to be going to the kingdom for the royal wedding, right?
We will be coming here for the wedding.
Oh, you are?
Could always...
Yeah, I don't know why he invited me of all people, but you know.
He invited all of us.
Yeah, we actually got these.
Tempests.
Oh,
That is interesting. Well, if there's anything I
may
can
have,
do to facilitate helping you in repairing the cart, that I would be more than happy to help if I can.
In what way
Good
can you
old-
help us?
What was that? I didn't hear what you said, Zaan.
Oh, in what way can you help us? Out of curiosity, not being demeaning, I'm just genuinely curious.
Well, considering that you are the ones to have found it, I would assume that it's not just on the side of the road. So,
Right.
your ability to find materials and the tools seems less than potentially adequate.
Zaan's gonna pull his bag over and check it. I have everything I need!
You have the lumber, the hammer, the nails.
The hammer, maybe, the nails. We are in the middle of a
Well-
forest.
If we're gonna make this deal anyway, maybe part of it is while we are taking care of some business before the wedding, we bring it to you and you fix it.
Excuse me, young man. I will not have my project taken from me.
How would we
Didn't say
even
you-
get it there to begin with?
Exactly.
I just tapped the helmet.
Okay, and are you going to magically replace the wheels? And the structural integrity of the cart as well as the wood that is rotting?
I
I thought the wheels were still decent.
There was
No?
one or two wheels that were broken.
I might be able to fix them up just a little bit, because I have had experience working on carts, and seeing as my mind has expanded not too long ago about certain things, this coffee's like real good. Can I have another piece? Anyway, I might be able to help with this if I have a little bit of materials, just so we can like get it out from where it is and then travel towards where we need to go for this here wedding. Speaking of, is there any gossip about the wedding?
Well, gossip in what way?
Like
Good, bad, or in the middle?
yeah, good, bad, in the middle. Like, is this going to cause a war or prevent a war?
Oh, do you mean no? It's the daughter of the king and the admiral. They are both very well liked.
They're getting married. It's not a war. I would be causing that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know geopolitical structures and all that stuff. That's a big word that coffee made me say.
It's so smart on coffee.
I lean down to Kasumi. What is this marriage thing again?
Oh, it's when two people sign a contract to be stuck together forever for eternity. Well, not eternity. Until they pass away.
Are we in a marriage?
No.
Don't listen to our break. You totally are.
No.
You're married to your dad.
9.
It's usually an intimate contract.
It usually
Procreation, yes, it's usually part of it.
The weird fighting, got it.
Procreation.
Actually, Fen, are the splinters in the city?
The what? The what?
Splinters?
It's the professional woodcrafting guilds, the splinters.
Not that particular guild. There is the artisan guild, and I believe there is a carpentry workshop near the outer ring. I would definitely be able to source you some materials for sure.
How long would that take?
I do not know the extent of the damage. How much do you need?
I can do that, but
Well, more importantly, we just need 4 wheels, and then that should get us up and rolling. But we also do need to find something to pull it. Oh wait, hold on. We have a triceratops right here.
Triceratops.
Triceratops.
How long does that effect last for again?
Just an hour.
We wouldn't get very far in an hour.
No.
we'd get back to the road, and that'd be about it.
I mean, I could always try to pull it regularly. With Zaan's help, we might actually get somewhere.
9.
I'll help you. I'm sure I could push a little bit.
Burger can pull it.
You can certainly fucking try.
I beat him in an arm wrestle.
Strongman contest.
It is up to all of you.
Pulling a fucking thing.
I have the skills to repair the cart. I just need all of the materials. I literally know how to make every piece of this thing.
Wait a minute, what happened to our dinosaurs?
We couldn't bring them along. You remember?
You guys left them in Luna Wind.
Reluctantly.
Oh.
I mean,
I don't remember why we did that.
Because we're going on a boat and we couldn't take them on the boat.
And we also wanted to leave them with someone who we trust with our lives.
So, hypothetically, if we can get the cart in working condition to the road, would an animal that can pull it be something that you can procure?
And send.
That could be a little bit interesting.
If you can just like give me some like treats or like some meats or even some tree stars, I might be able to wrangle something up. Because I do pride myself on being a world-class animal handler, ranger.
Well,
Meats and automobiles.
if that is unable to work, I have some contacts in Crossroads that might be able to bring something down the road until they find you.
Actually, to that point, DM, do I remember just by my quick looking at the map and the area around the bug on the map, how far away would the closest settlement be?
Let me take a peek real quick again to refresh myself.
Also, I'm vibing this music.
It's great,
I know, right?
isn't it? Rough estimation, 7,500 miles.
All right.
While he's thinking that over, what is this coffee? I want some, please.
Well, I'd be more than happy to make it for you whenever you like, if a deal can be made.
I have coin.
I meant in the future.
Oh,
Past
wait,
this.
like this would be free?
Well, not for free. This is more of a gesture of good faith at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So, if we were to hypothetically say yes, we are technically in a forest. I have an axe. I have what I need to start. Extra fine materials like nails would be helpful. How quick could you get them to us?
The nails. He kind of leans in the chair and looks out the front window and seems to think for a moment. I might be able to procure some today. Probably have a decent amount by the morning.
Then we can return in some morning?
Anytime you wish.
How would you contact us, letting us know that you have everything, since you can't go through this here wall?
There is a method of communicating my wish to speak to you. I essentially activate a spell that notifies you on the other side.
Wunderbar.
Not to put a dampener on this conversation, but I do want to remind everyone we are on a timetable.
Yes.
Don't know if we have the time to... We can always come back to this.
If you do not mind me asking, what is your rush?
We have an errand to run farther south, but then have to be back in time for the wedding.
Kind of thinks about it. The wedding is a month away or so. I must inform you that I will be informing the king and Otis of this evening, that the cart has been found. I would like to request you all, at the very least, consider staying around for a day or two until I can get the meeting set up. If you do not return, I will be forced to dispel the magic.
If he can return, I don't think that staying here for a while would be a good idea. I need to get started on the work to fix this cart somewhat. People can stay here if they want, but I need help cutting a tree down to at least get started.
Is there like a way to fast travel back to this here cart? Like, let's say if we heck off somewhere else and we want to heck back to the cart. You wouldn't happen to know of like any magical way of doing that. I don't know what all this magic stuff is.
There are many magical spells, some that are far outside my purview. The other two, they were quite handy in the arcane arts. Perhaps they may have something within their home that would facilitate such. I was unfortunately not privy to everything that they were capable of, nor everything that they had. I'm sure they kept their own secrets.
Seems that we have some more looking to do.
Also, I might have a solution to us heading back out, but still able to know when you have the meeting. And
Well, he just said this way he can contact us, if I'm not mistaken.
I have a way. And I will snap my fingers.
And walk
summon
off
brick.
stage.
And summon mortar.
Ooh, look at that little guy.
The fucking owl!
I can just leave mortar here, and he can fly back through the portal whenever to tell us it's time to go.
If you wish to leave your familiar here, you can, but I also have a means of contacting the cart from my side.
Oh.
That he
Never mind, mortar, go away.
just got done explaining a minute ago.
Sorry,
Yes.
I didn't hear that part.
Zaan pays attention.
Well, you are all more than welcome to stay here and be comfortable. You may go back and assess the card further. I must go seek an audience with the king. So,
Mm.
yes.
Oh, I'm just curious. The king, he's like a mayor, right? Like a fancy mayor.
He sits there a moment and ponders. You are from the west, yes?
Yep.
Imagine the king is above the governor, who is above the mayor.
Yep.
He's sort of the top authority in these areas.
It's pretty high up.
Yes. Literally and figuratively. So, if you would all excuse me, I have many meetings to arrange. I shall source you some nails, good sir, and I will let you know as soon as I have both the nails and when there may be a meeting arranged. Yes?
Wunderbar.
All right.
Rick,
Very well.
come.
Yes.
I need you to chop the wood.
I may or may not be back for more of this here coffee.
You're more than welcome to stay. It's literally a door that separates us.
I mean, I would like to explore more of the cart, because I heard something about secrets, and I would like to know all.
That is true. I have some items that I need to check on as well.
I might
Okay.
go tidy up in the cart.
Oh, shit, that reminds me. You wouldn't happen to know of any magical way of remagifying my good foxy friend here, would you?
He has already stepped into the entryway, and you see a branch kind of reaches over towards him, and he pulls a coat off of it, and he's midway through this and kind of looks at Kasumi, and perhaps I would need to inspect her a little bit. It's possible. He's putting his jacket on, but
Yeah, there's a curse that's blocking her magic.
oh, unfortunate.
Yes.
I would be more than happy to aid you in this. Perhaps when I return, perhaps on the morrow. I do not know how long it will be before I return. So, to keep you all safe and to give you some privacy, I shall lock the front door. You are more than welcome to go and enjoy the front area. Otherwise, good day, good luck. He kind of like bows to you all, and he goes and walks out the front door. Do you all go on back into the cart?
I do.
I do.
I am.
Okay. As you all go back into the cart, that is where we're going to take a little bit of a break. We will be back shortly after bathroom and drinks and snacks and
Yes.
releasing the demons.
Yes.
So, don't go too far. We'll be back in a little bit. And we are back. Hello.
Hello.
So, when we left just a few minutes ago, the group was heading back into the mobile home after speaking with Fern, the purveyor and owner of the Magic Bean Cafe, as he... Kitty cat. As he left to go set up an audience with the king and a person known as Otis. So, the 5 of you enter back into the wagon. What are you doing?
Exploring.
Exploring.
Yep.
All right. Who's exploring what, where, why, and how?
I like to look for more paraphernalia of the previous owners.
Okay.
I would like to help.
Where would you two like to start looking?
Where would you like to look?
Kasumi's gonna go up to that room that she fell asleep in.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna start tidying up. Because it was a bit too dusty for her liking when she laid down.
Okay.
I guess here in like the living room area.
Okay.
All right.
Brick, Zaan?
Brick, I will need you to help me identify some things.
Okay.
Zaan walks over to the counter. Behold, mine stuff. And there's a chest with some liquids in it, a fishing rod, and some staff with some flowers on it. He needs to figure out what the
Okay.
All right. Also, before Kasumi, before we all split up, Vanera, can I have my belt back, please? The one I put in the bag.
Yeah. Takes it out. Hands it back.
I don't have the ability to use this anymore. It gives an increase to your constitution and grants a healing benefit if you're hurt. Does anyone want it?
What is that again?
It's my moss hide troll belt. It gives you, double check. I don't even know if it's still in my inventory, but it increases your constitution by 2, I believe, giving you an extra plus. And if you fall below half health, you roll like a d4 plus some stuff every turn automatically to regen health until you're back to half.
First off, that thing's like 4 times bigger than me, so probably not
It's
me.
magic, it'll resize.
Secondly, I think there might be a foxy little friend who might benefit from that.
Yeah, while I'm saying all this, I'm looking at Kasumi.
That's great and all, but I don't think I can carry that on me with everything else that I have on attunement.
That's what I figured. Nothing you want to give up to give you a little extra help?
No, because my dress brings my AC up to 19, so no, I'm gonna keep it. And then I kind of need the other stuff.
Yes, she needs the power of friendship.
Look, camera!
In that case, could that be like a little collar for Hambjerger?
I don't think it works that way.
Creatures
Have you
can't.
tried?
Creatures can't attune to items.
But Hambjerger is an eldritch god.
Hambjerger cannot attune to items. Be one
Well,
hell
I
of a
tried.
fashion statement, though.
It would be.
Puts belt on Hambjerger, crushes him.
Oh, if no one wants it, he just shoves it back in the bag. Maybe for later.
Little snack for later.
Right. Identify.
Right, I'm on it.
Right.
Brick will
So-
sit down and just start ritually casting.
There are 3 groups of people. So, Vanera and Pez, and then Brick and Zaan and Kasumi. Rock, paper, scissors to see who we tackle first. One from each of the 2 groups, anyway.
Oh,
Zeke, you can go ahead.
Okay, and rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, we're doing Kasumi first.
Hambjerger is helping Kasumi.
So,
Oh.
Hambjerger, having not heard any new orders, is your fucking shadow.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
So, you go on up to the room that you were in before. You open the door. Hambjerger runs inside and looks around. Starts scoping the place out, making sure there's no threats.
You can go eat the bugs, Hambjerger.
He sees a bug. He sprints back behind the bed, underneath the sheets, and you just hear it like...
You can eat as many bugs to your heart's desire.
Okay, and what are you choosing to do in this room?
Because the cart has been here for a while, and it has been unoccupied for some time, I'm assuming there might be like some cobwebs here and there, a lot of dust, clutter. So she's just gonna be a little OCD, and she's just gonna clean. She's just gonna dust off counters, and if there's like a box she can put some clutter into. And she's not getting rid of anything. She's just wanting to make it a little bit more homey.
Okay. There's not a terrible amount of clutter. The curtains that go along the wall length window have seen better days. They're a bit moth-eaten. They're very dusty. The windows are a bit scummed over, so you would take some time with that. You are able to open the windows and sort of lean out and like slap some of the cushions against the side of the wagon, and it's just like a of just dust and awfulness. It's going to take you the better part of a few hours to really get this place cleaned up. Let me see.
Anything to make the time go by with no magic.
Well, there are wardrobes on either side of the bed. These are oddly a little bit empty. There's not a whole lot in them. They're mostly kind of like empty hangers where you can hang up your clothes. It looks like what may have been some sleepwear, but they haven't been very well kept. Yeah, the moths and some other bugs, they're not really worthwhile.
No.
Make a... I'll let you either make a perception check or an investigation check, whichever you would prefer to do.
Okay. I'm going to do perception. That is an 18.
An 18. Okay. You spend a fair amount of time cleaning and going through some things. And in your cleaning, you find 2 items that seem none the worse for wear. And judging by everything else that was kept in the room, it's safe to assume they're probably magical, since they have withstood the test of time. You find a very pretty, almost sheer green cape of sorts. It looks like it fits over your shoulder and is clasped around the neck. It has gold trim, like I said, a sheer fabric. In the back, though, towards the middle, 2 thin tails come off of it, or, thin little strips of the cloth. The other item you find, let me...
You based that off my cape?
Your cape?
The one I made?
I don't know. I would have to see it. If I did, it wasn't on purpose.
No, it was on purpose.
Totally on purpose.
I believe it.
The other item you actually find on the mantle over the fireplace in the room. Between the excitement of the day before, you hadn't really noticed it, but it appears to be a sword made out of a green material. The blade is almost incandescent. It kind of glows. It has gorgeous gold trimmings on it, a red leather handle with a little tassel that hangs off the back side of it. And it doesn't even seem like any dust has clung to it. You can reach up and run your finger along it and it comes back clean.
Okay. She's gonna take a mental note of that, but she's not gonna touch it because she doesn't have the ability to check if it's good or not. She's like, that's an interesting sword. I'll look at that later. And she's just gonna go back to her cleaning.
Okay. The other two? Rock, paper, scissors.
Zeke, I insist.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Ah!
You have failed me.
Okay, for the record, that was Vanera's group that just won that.
Oh.
Okay. Where are you two wanting to go and investigate?
I say the living room, like kitchen, living room area, since it's all one spot.
Open concept.
Open concept, yep, with the marble countertops and the...
Okay. You can either do individual checks, or you can give one or the other of you advantage for investigation.
Will give you advantage. Well, I have a +6.
Investigation?
An investigation.
I'm proficient in investigation.
I'm not.
Okay.
You may want to roll. I'll
right,
give you advantage.
I'll try it. Ooh, good thing I had that there advantage, because it was still low.
Oh.
12, sadly.
12. You don't really know your way around the kitchen very much, either of you. It's never really been your cup of tea. You are familiar with going to places and having things made for you, so you pull cabinets open and you think, looks like it belongs in the kitchen. There's pans, there's silverware, there's some plates, glasses. Nothing really catches your eye, unfortunately.
We keep looking?
Are you saying looking in the kitchen, or?
And isn't there a living area as well over?
So the immediate downstairs area is a very kitchen, dining room area, or kind of area. And then up the stairs is the two chairs with the bookshelves by the front window. And then on the switchback stairs, you go up and you're into the rooms again.
Oh, so there's no, like...
There's no, like, couch with a TV kind of area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can still search downstairs to see if there's anything.
Okay.
Like, on the walls or... in cubbies?
I would say at this point, have Vanera make the check since Pez did the last one.
Okay, you said investigation?
Yes.
Do I get advantage?
If Pez is still helping you,
Yep.
Sure, why not?
That was a 13.
We suck.
13. You see the map again. Like, that's really cool.
You see the bug on the map?
I pointed that out to you, I think.
I just pointed it out to you.
Oh, thanks.
It's a bug.
Can we go up the stairs into the little seating area now?
Sure. Up in that particular area, there's not a whole lot to be seen. There's a bunch of books in the chairs. There's not a whole lot of knick-knacky things in that area.
Do any of the books pop out?
No, they stay on the shelf.
Blam!
I'm gonna drive
Everyone gets
down
a
there
taste.
specifically just to stab you upside the head. Do any of the titles look like something interesting?
Make an investigation check.
Smut. Investigation. 18.
18.
Yeah, we fucking find the book.
Of course.
There are quite a few titles there. Most of them seem to be of a fantastical nature. There's not much in the way of history. It's stories.
They read smut, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. They were your characters. Would they have smut?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then there's smut.
Oh yeah.
They're on the high shelf.
This
Mage
Brick.
hand.
Mage hand. Brick hears you call for him and he goes, hup, as he's focused on his task at the table.
Can Mage Hand actually pick up a book?
So long as the book isn't 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do have Mage Hand. I can cast that at will.
Pez starts pulling books down, and you two just have like an armful of smut.
Yes.
Wow, look at that nerd.
Yeah,
For those of you on the
he's getting ready.
podcast, Nim's brother just strolled in Jedi garb.
Yeah, he's getting ready for the Star Wars hotel.
Nice.
Haven't left yet.
It's tomorrow. But anyway.
He's getting ready today. So yes, there are a series of short stories. Some of them are lewd. Some of them are just fantasy novels.
And then some of them are totally treacherous.
Sure.
Guess we waddle up the stairs more.
Okay. You go into one of the rooms, or
We go back into like the office that had the orbs and stuff.
okay, back into the study.
Yeah, there was books there, right? Or can I look for anything that kind of points to like how they moved around, like if there was like a teleport feature or something, like something that gives like an instruction manual for the cart.
Make an investigation check at disadvantage, just because, well, it depends on how long you want to spend in here, because it is like a small library. If you choose to really take your time, it'll take you a few hours to scan every single shelf.
I want it.
And I
do
will
it.
assist.
Okay.
Because I like book reading.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I still have to do it at disadvantage.
No, now that you're like really, now that I know how long you're willing to take for this, with Pez's help, I'll let you do an advantage on it.
Roll it again. You got this.
Oh, advantage. That's right. Okay. Get out of the way. That's better. 14.
14. You scan.
I got a natural 20 on mine.
Too late. You didn't say that. You scan the titles for a few hours. There's more fantastical fantasy stories. There's a few instruction manuals, some of it having to deal with their various trades. There are some artificer tomes. There's a lot of books with druidry. But so far as anything of how the cart would move, there doesn't appear to be anything kept. No personal like written things that you were able to find. These all seem to be.
So there's no like diary or journal somewhere from either one of them?
Not from this room that you've been able to find.
I would like to collect some of the artificing books, just to read up, study up, and learn up.
Okay.
Is there anything on the orbs?
Let me see. Okay. If you want to go and investigate the area around the orbs, you can.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Make another roll. That won't be a 20 because you wasted it.
Lightning will strike twice.
Am I getting
Why?
advantage?
I would say at this point, Pez is looking at his artificer books.
Okay. Then
Apologies.
I'm spending a point of lucky. Really fucking glad I did that. I don't remember what it was before.
An 8.
Yeah, it's an 8.
You rummage around a little bit. You're not really finding anything that stands out to you. Maybe you're just looking in the wrong place.
Is anything suspicious about the desk?
It looks like a desk to you. Unfortunately,
I
with
go
that
rummage
roll,
through it.
that's what that investigation was to rummage around the
Oh.
desk area.
Okay. Yes, I am done.
Pez?
I was just reading books to see if I could accrue any knowledge for artificing.
The books that you find have some rudimentary diagrams, and you're looking at them and you think, okay, I could probably implement that into something. It's not anything overly specific. It's just if you're flipping through and you see like, oh, well, here's how a lever action spring would work. It's like, oh, okay, well, putting that in that would kind of make sense. Okay, I get that. There's another book that kind of touches a little bit more on clockwork mechanisms. Again, nothing terribly specific, but more referencing if someone says, this particular term, it's referencing this kind of a design. It's very informative, but there's no instructions on like building a catapult or anything, really.
Okay. Because I was looking forward to building a catapult.
One day, someday. Zaan is going to be chopping down some wood.
True.
And speaking of, while you guys are spending your time in the library there, we will swap over to Brick and Zaan. So, Brick, you were in the middle of casting ritual on which of the three items?
I'll just. What was it again? There's a staff, a fishing rod, and what was the other thing?
A small chest with some liquids that got a bunch of colors.
I'll start with the staff. I'll just make it go down.
Okay. All right. So you take the time to cast a ritual spell. Zaan, are you like just rocking back and forth? Are you being actually kind of patient? Are you doing anything? Because it's going to take him 10 minutes to do this.
So I want to go back to the pantry and go back to the clothes part. And I don't really think I looked too deeply through that. I just want to go back and look through it because I wasn't really paying attention to the clothes items since I got potions and shit from in there.
Okay. You close the pantry doors. You turn the knob until you see the little coat symbol, and you open it up, and the tunnel from before is gone. You walk inside. Now that you are aware of the previous owners, you see that there are one side seems to be for the smaller female, and the other side was for the taller dragonborn. You can tell this because a lot of the pants and the clothing have like a tail hole in it. The shoes are a little bit bigger for the dragonborn, for the bigger feeties. The tiefling woman maybe didn't have as many boots because hooves. It's a bunch of clothes, really, just for all different types of weather and regions. You see some outfits that seem to be similar to Kasumi's, some that are very comparable to your own, maybe less decorated, kind of like newbie version of Rokusing attire. Sort of a closet for all of occasions.
Okay. So let me... go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
So there was the door that led us to Fern.
Fern. Mm-hmm.
There's the one with all the clothes. There's the meat one, or the food one that smelled like death incarnate. And what was the other one, if there was another one?
There was just the three.
It was just the three? And that's the only knobs that I've been able to find there, just those three?
Correct. If you think of it kind of like a porta potty deadbolt thing, just every time you turn it a third of the way around, a new symbol appears. Brick, I'm sending you the staff.
Thank you.
What is the next item that you want to look at?
There's a potions. Just the potions.
I guess I'm doing the potions.
Zaan's like, what is it?
Okay. You take the next little bit of time to you pull one of the potions out of the box and you hold your hand over it. There's that. And then, last but not least, we go for the fishing rod.
Oh.
Zaan is just like, it's like Brick's not moving, but Zaan's like shaking him from behind, like, what is it?
Brick.
Yep.
As you go to complete the ritual for investigating the fishing rod, you're almost finished and your magic fails you.
What?
You receive no information. You feel it get so close, and then all of a sudden it just sort of fades away.
I conjure a mage hand just to see if I can do it.
The hand appears.
I look at the fishing rod very warily. Father, don't touch the fishing rod.
I will not touch the fishing rod, but you have to tell me what else
Actually,
is it. Did you find out what the other stuff is?
Let me see something real quick here.
Oh god. He's
Okay.
rolling dice.
No,
Beware!
The mage hand works.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the potions are potions of spell recovery, and I'll say that as I get the information, as I'm finishing the identify, I'll just like monotonely say it out loud. But you regain 1d3 plus 3 spell slot levels. You can recover a total number of combined spell slot levels equal to or less than the number you roll when you drink this potion. None of the slots can be higher than 6th level or higher. Yeah. So I don't know what a 1d3 would that be 1d4 and then the 4 just doesn't count?
You would roll a d6 and have the result.
Got it.
So 1 and 2 is a 1, 3 and 4 is a 2, 5 and 6 is a 3.
Okay.
Don's gonna take that chest right back and put it by his shit.
But yeah, so basically
Zaan,
the way it
there are
works
8
is,
bottles in there.
Oh, okay.
basically the way it works is if you roll the full 6, you can either regain 2 third level spell slots, 1 third level and 3 first level, 3 second level, 1 fifth level, 1 first level, or 1 full 6th level. Like whatever you roll, you can divide that up however you want.
Yes.
The staff is a magical quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
It has 4 forms, 1 for each season. Whatever season it is, currently it will stay on that unless you take 10 minutes to forcibly change it to a different season. It will only remain in that form for 8 hours before reverting to whatever currently season it is. It's a +2 quarterstaff. Whenever you make a melee attack, whatever, it has a different extra 1d8 for whatever season it is. Winter is cold, radiant, spring is radiant, summer is fire, and autumn is necrotic. As long as there is at least 1 charge remaining on the staff. The staff has 8 charges. While holding it, you can expend 1 or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells as an action. Depending on the season, using your own spell attack modifier. Winter, you get Ray of Sickness, Dark Vision, and Sleet Storm. Spring, Guiding Bolt, Moonbeam, and Plant Growth. Summer is Burning Hands, Spike Growth, and Fireball. and Autumn is Inflict Wounds, Pass Without a Trace, and Vampiric Touch. The staff does regain its charges, 1d6 plus 2 at dawn every day. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff loses everything and becomes just a regular quarterstaff.
Am I right
So-
with this?
That is probably pretty good for one of our mini spellcasters. Actually, I think anyone can technically use that in this party.
I do not use stabs, but that is very useful. I will put it with my shirt. Well, seeing that you could not identify the fishing rod,
I'm going to try again just to see. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to have it in my circle.
okay.
Okay. As you go, complete your ritual. You feel your magic welling up within you, reaching out to the item. And this time it seems to complete.
I don't like that. I don't like variables.
Send that
Variables
away.
mean something wonky's going on. I don't like that. Okay. What?
Well, don't keep me waiting, Brick. Tell me.
Sorry. This one's a weird one. This magical fishing rod can be used anywhere on the material plane to fish from the world's waters. While holding this fishing rod, you can use an action to speak its command word and cast at a point you can see within 30 feet of you. When you do, the end of the line vanishes at that point and magically reappears somewhere else in the material plane in a random body of water.
Oh, okay.
Despite not being able to see the end of the line, you can still feel it being tugged at by the water's currents. Any fish you catch in this way will reappear at the point in which you cast the line. You have advantage on ability checks to catch fish while using this rod.
I will be using this.
And just to check, DM, is the picture I see accurate?
Yes.
Okay, so it's got a purple handle and a golden woman on the handle.
It's a golden mermaid, looks like a figurehead.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
I actually want to do this. I have not fished in God knows how long. Well,
Okay.
looks like this is going to be fun. Very breakfast. What is up?
Just to add to your inventory, since you're keeping all of these, it's Staff
For
of
the
the
moment.
Four Season,
Oh, okay.
Here. Hold on.
Potion of
yeah.
Spell Recover. Oh, you'll send it to him?
I mean, he can add it to his inventory. He's a big boy.
Okay.
Yeah, Staff of the Four Seasons, Potion of Spell Recovery, and Angler's Worldly Fisher.
Okay.
Okay. So, while they are doing that, we're going to circle back around to Kasumi. The room is in better condition than it was before. There's still quite a lot left to do. May want to try and take the sheets off and get them outside and really beat them to get the dust out of it. But you feel comfortable enough that this would be a good place to sleep. No, sorry. Is there
Okay.
anything else you would like to do?
I mean, if the room's fairly clean, then she's gonna just kind of slowly start making her way outside of the room, since people have made it very clear that, you know, it wouldn't hurt to have this as a place to go to and seek shelter. She's just gonna start going into cleaning mode and kind of work her way out from the bedroom.
Okay. Have you left the windows open in the main bedroom?
If she's gonna leave the room, she's gonna shut the windows.
Okay. Well, the fresh air was nice while it lasted, but you shut the windows again, and it's that same kind of musty smell of a long closed building kind of fills the room fairly quickly. Which room would you like to go to? I don't think you actually got to experience any of the rooms upstairs.
Not really, because she was brought up to the room to sleep.
Well, when you walk out of the door, you see directly across the hall is another door, and then immediately to your right, the wall goes straight down, where there's another door and a spiral staircase at the end of the hall. On the opposite wall, it breaks up a little bit, and there seems to be another little kind of alcove you can go into, and then a door on the left further down again.
So just go to the room across from where she's at currently.
Okay. You head into what appears to be a guest bedroom of sorts. It has a smaller bed, a closet that is currently unoccupied by anything. There's a little desk and a small fireplace in there with a singular window around the smaller brick chimney.
Okay.
It's in a similar state of disrepair as the other one. Everything seems to be intact. It's just covered with dust.
Okay. Yep, she's gonna go straight for cleaning, getting rid of those cobwebs, try to smack off as much dust as she can, coughing on occasion.
I have a really bad but good idea.
Oh no. I think I just may have put together what he wants to do.
He's downstairs.
He is downstairs.
She's just
Oh,
gonna
no, it has
keep
nothing to do with that, yeah.
Okay. Words are failing me. So Kasumi has moved on to the smaller room to continue cleaning. Is there anything else the rest of you are wanting to do at this time?
Is there anything else that we could look for just to see who these previous owners were?
Well, that's a bit of a loaded question.
I would like to look one last time for, like, a date when they were disappeared.
With your previous checks, I would say that there's nothing else in the library that you are currently able to find.
My goal is to find some sort of diary or logbook from either of them, just to recount their previous travels or like what happened to them. That is my goal, and I will die until I find that.
Well.
You have the current sense that maybe coming back to the library at a later date would be helpful, but at the moment you have searched everything that you can currently think of. Sort of the,
All right.
if I keep looking, I'm going to have the same result, sleep on it, come back another time, possibly.
You okay,
Right.
kitty?
But there is a whole other wagon home to potentially look through.
Fair enough.
Brick,
Aye.
would you like to help me start gathering some wood so that we can start on something to fix the cart? Before it gets too dark to do so?
Rick kind of looks over to the staircase where he knows a lot of books are.
I will do it myself.
Fine. Brick kind
Just-
of like sulkenly walks out.
Here, Brick. I'll make you a deal. Get me a big tree and cut it into pieces, and you can be done.
How big was the tree I already cut down?
Good point.
That big round.
That big? Okay.
Little bitch tree is what I'm hearing.
It was still an impressive feat to take it out in one swing, but you
No,
didn't
yes.
take down like an oak.
Got it. I will look for one, and I'll look for a pretty good sized tree, and then trying to see if there's any spell I have that would help. You know what? Actually, wait. How? many times can I use this? It's... I need the... Carry on. I'm going to just look something up real quick.
I mean,
So
I
while
was
he's
going
doing
to
that,
tell you needed to make a perception check, but I guess I can have Zaan look for a tree for you.
Sure. My perception's pretty
2
fucking
days.
tits. If I don't drop my die all over the table. 18 plus 8, so 26.
Yeah, you step out front, you kind of scan the tree line, you go, that's a big one right over there.
Yes.
You-
I will look at him and ask, how many days do you think we'll be at this?
I will work all day. Every
I'm
day.
gonna go ahead and gamble, and I'm gonna use the Ceratopper, and I'm gonna try to uproot the entire tree.
Okay. Interesting.
So you just see me start walking toward, and then like Transformers.
Well, guess I'm gonna look and see what needs to be repaired first. Have fun.
Okay, so, Brick, make a strength check. Zaan, you make an investigation check for me.
Sure.
Bringing up Triceratops stats. I saved that, didn't I? Yes, I did. Haha. Because I think ahead. Strength check. God. And I'll get advantage on it. Yeah, that's a 8.
An 8.
Even with I rolled a 2.
Zaan, what did you roll?
I rolled a 16.
A 16. You haven't ever worked on something like this. It looks doable, but your full scope of knowledge is lacking. So you're guessing at best, and especially considering since you haven't worked on anything like this before, your normal muscle movements for making a Rokusing home might be a little bit different than what it would be to make the bits to repair this. You're guessing 4 to 6 days, especially if you're doing this by yourself.
Oh, I was gonna enlist help, but
well, that's why I'm saying 4 to 6 days by yourself. You could get this done. And as you make that realization, you hear a thunk and leaves shaking and
you need some help? Muted.
CRISPR cut that off.
Oh, yeah.
I basically just make like whatever sound a Triceratops makes.
Well, hurry up and get the tree down.
Make another strength check, sir.
All right, let's hope this one's a lot better.
Zaan just walks over, chops a tree down instead of a Triceratops, and be very upset.
Natural 20.
Natural
Yay!
20.
Plus 6.
Well, your first hit definitely dealt some damage to it, but you've only ever used the form once, so your kind of trajectory once you lower your head was a little off, and you kind of winged it. So this time you get back and you're like, all right, fucking tree, and you just fucking pound into it. And Zaan, as you get done saying like, well, hurry up, you hear more rattling and the
Yeah, I kind of wanted to like dig the front horn like into the roots and just pull it straight up.
tree comes down, and all of you hear this ungodly racket. Kasumi, you've got a window open in your room, and you kind of peek out, and you just see these leaves sort of disappear into more leaves.
Well, I will commend the fact that you knocked a tree down. I'm going to be interested to see how you could chop it into pieces as a Triceratops.
And just kind of snort. Look at the tree, and just because I'm already in this form, I'm gonna like start stomping around and like stomping all the branches off. Instead of chopping them off, I'm just pulverizing them.
Leave the big branches, we need those.
Crunch. Okay.
But I'll just start. I'll get like one side done, roll it over a bit, stomp some more, and just till I get a big log and the rest of the big branches.
Sure. I mean, it takes you a little bit of time, but you've got weight on your side, and sure enough, you're not really able to get the branches, but you start rolling the big end of the tree closer to the wagon.
Okay, once I get most of the stuff we can't use off, I'll change back and start going at it with my axe.
Okay. Make another strength check for that. Zaan, are you just watching him do this, or are you helping him?
I guess I'll assist. Why the fuck not?
Okay. You can give him
Using
advantage,
my
or if you want to
stats?
roll it yourself.
Give him advantage.
Is it just straight strength?
Strength check, yeah.
With advantage.
Yes.
Yeah. 21.
21. With Zaan's help, it takes you a decent amount of time. It was a fairly big tree. As Zaan tells you, okay, that's good. It's also partly because the sun is beginning to dip below the boughs of the tree. And it's getting on into the evening time. Well, I was going to say Kasumi as she walks away, but...
I'm still here.
Oh, ghost! You've been graced with the melody of chopping wood and whatnot for the next hour or so as you clean up the smaller room. If you want, you can move on to another room, or as you notice that the sun is beginning to dip below the horizon, what would you like to do?
I think she's got 2 rooms done. I think it's a good time for a nap because she still doesn't have her magic. So anything to get the time to go by faster.
Okay.
So I think she's gonna take a nap in the first room.
In the master bedroom?
Mhm.
Okay, so you go back inside, fox form on the bed, look around at your work, go, and then circle up, split.
Mhm.
Awesome. Vanera and Pez. As the day has been going on, you've heard chopping and a ruckus outside. You've even heard little sneezes and coughs coming from the rooms further down the hallway where Kasumi has been working to clean most of the day. What are the two of you doing as the afternoon draws on?
I mean, you can't really investigate much more. Was there anything you wanted to do, Vanera?
No. Should probably help Kasumi and clean a bit. So
Yeah, I'll help out a bit. See if we can get some of these here rooms tidy and clean.
yeah, I'm just gonna go back downstairs and start on the kitchen.
Okay. Okay, so you're cleaning up the kitchen?
Mhm.
All right. Let me see. All right. What exactly are you doing to clean up the kitchen? Are you just wiping things down? Are you using water or anything?
How do you clean the kitchen?
Yes, tell me in detail.
I mean, wasn't there a cleaning closet upstairs?
Yeah, sorry, I was just kind of joking about that. So, as you were cleaning in the kitchen, where is it? There was a little, like, red plate about yay big. And there's a blue square in the middle of it. And as you're wiping things down, you kind of pick the cube up, look at it, kind of whatever. Wipe the plate down, put the cube back, continue on with cleaning. You hear a noise, little... You look back. The cube has gotten bigger.
Sir? Excuse me?
Cube is just a little bit bigger and it's kind of wiggling a little bit. Seems like it's trying to scooch.
I'm gonna get closer to it by a smidge. She's not gonna touch it.
Doesn't seem to be getting closer to you. It seems to be trying to just inch its way towards the edge of the plate, kind of towards the sink.
Pez,
Yes,
I found something.
what you find?
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me.
That was exactly my thoughts.
What is it? What you looking at? Is it a bug?
Don't touch it.
It's what? What am I not
I'm
touching?
gonna point at the thing.
What the heck is that? Looks like Jello. I'm going to eat it.
Are you going to try and eat it?
I
No.
poke it.
Oh,
You poke it, and it kind of wiggles a bit, and it seems to shrink in on itself.
oh.
Kind of try to flatten out.
This thing's alive, I think. I
Thank
Cast.
you, Captain Obvious.
speak with animals.
You cast the spell. You see Pez wiggle his hands real quick. What do you say?
What are you?
No response. After
Not an animal.
After a second or so of you not touching it, kind of comes back up a bit, and it continues to try to scooch itself along the plate. It's getting closer to
Is
the
there
edge.
running water?
Sorry?
Is there running water?
No. You would have been using just like bits of your own personal water supply at the moment.
I'm gonna put a few drops of water on the plate.
Okay. As the water drips down, it seems to kind of turn and scooch over to it. And as it gets to the drops, it gets just a little bit bigger.
Jar. We need a jar. Find a jar.
I don't. Hold on, let me see if I have a jar.
Wait, hold on. I have a jar of dirt. No, wait, no. That's bag of dirt.
I've got a bag of dirt.
Vanera, make a perception check.
I see shit. An 8.
An 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're more worried about what this little wiggly cube currently is.
Can I look for a jar?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
17.
17. You open up a cabinet. You don't find a jar per se in the cabinets, but you do find like a glass. You can just kind of, if that's what you're looking to do.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. You put the glass down on top of it on the plate. The cube is inching around, gets on the water and grows a little bit. And it kind of keeps on scooching. Ends up.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, where did it go? Apparently you can't fucking find it. Never mind. I apparently can't fucking find it.
We should name this thing. We discovered it. I have a couple of names already picked out. One of them was Sir Jiggly the Jiggalots.
We're not naming it until we know what it is.
I mean, we can't just keep calling it Cube of
We most
jiggleness.
definitely can.
But
The cube is currently crawling up the side of the glass.
oh, look
Oh,
at
there
that!
it
It's
is.
Spider-Man.
Can I cast Detect Evil and Good on it?
Yeah, sure. You take the moment to cast a spell, and you get an odd sense of just blank from it. Like,
Cube.
It's there. It's there, but there's just kind of like it's just cube.
Did we? Was there any water in the clearing?
You haven't looked.
We found a fucking baby gelatinous cube and we want to make it bigger. Let's go make it bigger.
All right, here, let me grab a piece of paper, put it underneath the jar like a little spider.
No, we're not doing that.
That's science.
Would I know what the fuck this is?
You've definitely heard of creatures similar to this, but you have also heard that they are far more hostile. And this one, as it's climbing up the side of the glass, seems to be making its way around, and then up and around, and up and around. And you see that the glass isn't as dirty as it used to be, as it's going up and around and around.
Wait, Pez.
Wait,
Pez. She's
yeah?
gonna take the cup.
It's still in the cup.
I know, she's gonna take the cup and try to put it on, like, against the glass window.
Okay, you put it against the window, and it seems to be focused on going around the glass. This might take a while.
Bottom.
It jiggles, but it seems determined.
Go back to the counter and find a dirty spot.
Jesus.
You try to shake it out?
Yeah.
Roll the strength on the cube.
Violently.
You see it stretch and squash, like it's like, but it seems really stuck in there.
What are you doing to my little snot ball? Or would you prefer the name Snail?
Snail is very cute. She's gonna reach in and grab it.
Okay. You reach in and grab it, and it feels a little slimy. It's kind of hard to really get a grip, but you kind of like, it doesn't hurt or anything, but you sort of get under the edges and you kind of like peel it off like a snail, and eventually sort of comes off.
Put it on a dirty spot of the counter.
You sit it on the counter and it kind of wiggles a bit. And after a second or two, it but where it's passing, the dust is no longer there.
Oh my god, it's cleaning.
Did we just find a sponge that moves itself?
Is it getting bigger from the dust, though? Dirt, grime, dust.
Make an investigation check. I'm sorry, I know you've been having great rolls tonight, but
16.
16.
When it comes to a slime ball, I'm great. When it comes to my old character, I can't find shit.
It actually seems to be getting slightly smaller.
You're gonna take my water and kind of flick it.
Flick it. You just like a little spritz. It sort of wiggles a bit, and its size stays about the same. Still just kind of schmutzing along.
Put a pool of water on the counter. It's the little one.
It goes to the water. You put it like in its path.
In this path.
It eventually, like agonizingly slowly, gets up to the pool. And when it hits the water seems to just slurp inside of it, and it almost immediately grows in size and begins to move faster.
I want to monetize this. We could start a business off of Snail. We could be a cleaning crew. You know how much money we could make off of Snail?
And dump more water on it.
How much water?
Wants to get him like that big.
Okay, you end up pouring out maybe half your canteen or so, and it gets to be about 6 inches by 6 inches, and it's you can see it moving because every time it kind of like slurps forward, the whole thing just jellos. But it's going along, and it eventually gets to the sink, gets over the edge, and just sort of like flops into it, and it wiggles around. Once the wiggling stops, it starts to move again, and everywhere it's going, it's leaving a clean spot.
Is it getting smaller as it collects dust, though?
With the roll that you had, and with how much water you've put on it, it seems to be holding itself a little bit more. Like the drying up seems to be not quite so severe.
We found a gelatinous sponge.
A gelatinous sponge named Snail.
We're gonna name him Snail.
Hambjerger's old news. Snail is the rage.
Feed Hambjerger to Snail.
Hamburger just over in the corner.
I guess I'm gonna let it do its thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd see no wrong doing.
Nothing nefarious about this. Ian
Yeah,
wouldn't
nothing.
do.
Yeah.
Wouldn't steer us wrong.
No.
No, especially with a cute little cube snail.
Yeah, the cute
Why
little
would I
cute
do something
snail.
like that?
Give it enough water and it turns into Jean.
All right. So, do you guys do anything at this point, or you just let it go?
We help
sir.
Snail clean.
Yep.
I help Snail clean.
Okay.
Snail is your responsibility. You adopted him. Pick up after him, even though he's picking up after himself and others. It's a big responsibility to adopt a snail. I mean, sponge. Cube, sponge, snail. Good luck. Hambjerger, where are you?
Hambjerger's sitting at the top of this first set of switchback stairs. He's just chilling in the window, just watching.
Oh God, you're dusty. I wonder what sponge would do to you, snail would do to you.
Well, he was hanging out with Kasumi, so she probably used him as a feather duster, honestly.
So dusty, my dusty little boy. Anyway,
So, the evening begins to come to a close. Everyone's cleaning. Vanera and Pez, you watch it for a little while, but you feel okay, and you go about your business, and then you're like, oh shit, where is it? And you see it's up on the window, and it's just making its way around everything. The rest of you, as the sun begins to dip below the tree line, those of you who are outside, you can keep working on the tree if you want. You can come inside. The evening's yours.
Once Rick and I finish with the tree, that's enough work for the day. Let's go back inside so I can do shit with everybody.
Okay. Pez.
Mhm.
The box that you found underneath the one of the cabinets, you had left open,
right?
and as the sun begins to dip down and it gets darker, there's movement within the box. There are about 10 of these little clockwork insects climb up to the lip, and Pez, Vanera, as you two are cleaning, you hear this little tinkling mechanical noise and then buzzing. Just bzzz. It gets louder and louder as more of these clockwork devices activate and start to flutter around. They seem to be flying towards the door that's open. And as they pass through the threshold, their butts light up.
Oh.
They fly outside. They go 10, 15 feet, come back, sort of wandering around through the air, providing light all around the wagon. So,
Vanera! Piss! Why is there bugs outside that came from inside?
It wasn't me.
Piss!
I am a snail.
It was Snail.
Who is the snail?
Come look.
Zaan will come inside. I stand there with my arms open, it's like, there is a snail.
Do we see Snail?
you kind of point over at the window, and there's a blue cube. It's about 5 inches by 5 inches, and it's just working its way along. It's got one of the windows done. It's coming back down the other side.
Well, isn't that a thing? Has it been on the windows the whole time?
No. She points to the counter where it made its snail trail.
There's no snail trail anymore. It is clean, that thing.
Oh. It's been cleaning.
So how does the cleaning work?
We don't know.
How did you... did it just appear? What happened?
It was on the plate.
Uh-huh, and then what happened?
We put it on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started cleaning? Did you have to do anything to make that happen?
No.
Make a deception check.
I was about to say, I want to see a bullshit
Me?
check.
You make a deception check. You make an insight check, sir.
I give her advantage on deception.
You haven't said anything.
Deception.
Disgrace.
I'm plus 5. 17.
Vanera have a bad roll.
11.
15.
Yeah, she's full of shit.
Vanera, what did you do to it?
Nothing.
Did you
we
feed
put it on
something
the,
to
No. We put it on the counter.
Uh-huh.
It started cleaning.
I've been around the counters the whole time as there was no big blue cube.
It was on the little red plate.
That big 5-inch cube was on that little teeny red plate. I can
Yes.
tell you're lying to me in some fashion.
Well,
I
it
do
was
not
a
know
little
how.
cube, and then we put water on it.
Mm-hmm.
On the big cube.
Well, it was
On
a little
the same
cube.
same cube.
Same cube.
Same old cube.
So
There's
you're
a little
telling me
cube.
if I take this canteen and put water on it, it will do what? Clean
It's
more?
cleaning. And it, yeah,
Zaan's,
potentially.
Zaan's gonna
No,
take his
no, don't
canteen
make
and
it-
dump the whole thing on it.
Are you gonna try to stop him?
I mean, I guess I can try.
Yes, you can definitely try.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know what this would be. Make maybe an acrobatics check from both of you to try to like jump in the way and swat it out of his hand.
Not gonna like my roll.
Wait, and
I got a
what am I
12.
rolling? Acrobatics?
No, it's
No, you're not rolling
Vanera.
anything.
Oh,
19 plus 3.
So a 22.
I said 12.
Oh, 12, sorry. It was a valiant effort, and you're able to slap him quite a bit, but he's...
Ah, shit! What the hell?
He's...
We don't know if it's a fucking gelatinous cube. You just made it worse.
Did I? Damn, did I make it
He,
worse?
he was able to get a little bit of water on it, and it did grow in size. Maybe another inch or two. It's still just vibing on the window, coming back down.
Doesn't...
Seems
I
to
mean,
be non-threatening.
I mean, if we give it more water... So, when it was a small cube, did it do this quick? Or it's like...
Oh, it was slow.
It was so more water is more clean.
Maybe. We don't know. It wasn't something that I was gonna, try.
Zaan casts control water. No, I'm joking. A lake later. No, I'm not. Well, that's definitely useful. We are done with the wood for the night. We have something to cut to start in the morning.
Pez.
Yeah, sorry. I'm getting texts from my brother.
I will need your expertise in the morning to help work on the cart, since you are more familiar with things like this than I am. But
Yes.
yes, we will need to double team this cart.
Yep. I can assist with that.
Fantastic. A brick. You will be wood bitch.
I was already wood bitch. I have other stuff to do, and I walk away.
Well, so does anybody find anything fun other than the clean cube of what you call it, snail?
Can I walk as I walk away? Can I walk past the cube and kind of flick it and see what it does?
Yeah, you give it a bit of a flick. You flicked things before, but as you flick this, it sort of like bounces and slides off. It's a weird sensation, but it just jiggles and then just keeps working its way down the window.
Interesting. Anybody seen Kasumi? Yes, Kasumi!
I believe she was okay.
She's sleeping.
Well, hold 1 second. Son's gonna go rummage through the shit that he found.
Mm-hmm.
And, shove a staff in Vanera's face.
Yes.
I think this might be useful to you. It's not useful to me. I do not use stabs. I do not like to bonk. I like to cut.
Okay.
The staff at the moment kind of comes up and makes 2 angles, and the top part of it is in bloom. It's bright green little flowers growing off of it.
It's very pretty.
Yes, Rick described it to me. We'll have to talk to him about what it does exactly. I'm sorry, it was a lot.
Sure, it's useful.
Yes. I'm going to go check on Kasumi. Make sure she's not
You'll
dead.
have to attune to that.
Okay.
I hope so. It does more than her current staff does. Yeah, Zon's gonna go check on Kasumi if nobody else is gonna do anything.
Okay. You head upstairs, open the door where she is. The room appears cleaner than before, and she's splooted out on the bed.
Vanera, you sleeping?
Who? Vanera?
I'm sorry, Kasumi, you sleeping?
She's out.
Okay, you sleeping? Sleep tight.
You know, tiny tirade, I hate people that do that. You wake them up to ask them if they're sleeping. Whoever does that, you're an asshole.
It's better than me popping my face in the room like, are you sleeping?
Just don't do it at all. Just let them sleep.
Zon's gonna close the door, go back downstairs. Kasumi is out like a light. It seems that it might be a good idea. I might be following suit.
It is getting on in the afternoon, into the evening. The bugs that are floating outside are providing a decent amount of light around the wagon. It grows darker and darker. Is there anything anyone would like to do before the evening comes to a close?
Is there an actual door on this cart? I can't remember.
Yes, you've been going in and out of it all day. You've just left it open.
Okay, so I didn't know if there was a hole or if it was just sorry, my bad.
No, it's a door.
Is it a solid door? Has a hole, window?
It's a door. It's a solid door. There's windows on either side on the wall so you can see out, but it's a door.
Is anybody opposed if I close the door?
Nope.
Wait, was those all bugs? Did you guys clean and they left, or?
The bugs came from here.
Okay, well, let's see the door crack just a little bit then.
All right. I mean, I assume we're still going to be taking watches because this is still a kind of strange area, and I don't know what kind of strange things are going to be strange.
Exactly, but we want to keep the door at least a little closed.
I will
Right.
take first watch.
You need any help with that there, Watch? Because I'm...
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. Then in that case, I will take last watch.
I don't know if Brick. Well, Brick's not going to communicate this with anyone, but he'll take middle.
I guess I'm just gonna sleep because tomorrow's gonna be busy.
I will say if there is time before, Brick will attune to the armor before rest, and while he's kind of just sitting there, he's just going to be staring at the bookshelf and like looking at, see if there's any titles on spines that catch his eye.
Are you looking at the shelves that are in the switchback stairs?
No, he's going to go all the way to the study.
Okay. You're gonna tune to the armor and look at books. Okay. As you all bed down for the evening, Brick, you take a little bit of time before you power off. You do finish attuning and absorbing the armor into yourself as Warforged do. Just out of curiosity, Pez and Zaan, where are you resting for the evening?
Against the wall downstairs.
Okay.
There's a bed upstairs.
Yeah, I'm going to take one of the smaller beds.
Okay, so Pez and Hambjerger go and claim the guest room for the evening. And Vanera, you're going to stay down in the kitchen area?
I'm gonna go outside.
Oh, go outside. Okay. All right, making notes. All right, so as Vanera goes outside with the door somewhat ajar, Pez goes and beds down in the guest room. Kasumi has the whole master bedroom to herself. Zaan is just leaning against the wall inside. Brick is going to rest up in the library. That is where we're going to end for tonight. It was a long session of exploration and somewhat identification and finding some neat things. But yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks to continue this endeavor of a party home. So, anything anyone would like to talk about? Any sort of potential scheduling conflicts? No, everyone just seems tired as fuck.
No, I'm so wide awake.
It's been a long week. But no, this was good. I don't have anything, though.
No, I'm good. This was a good session. We learned a lot, and I didn't kill a halfling, unfortunately.
It was a lot of lore drop and a lot of RP. That's okay.
Probably got quite a few more sessions of figuring out what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tomorrow may bring Kasumi's magic back to her person. More mysteries to potentially solve of the mysterious couple and their wagon home. So, until next time, be safe, join the Discord,
Or else.
or else, good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.